Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi and today we're doing another pick a card. Today's pick a card is a relationship situationship reading. Now I haven't done one of these in a while and I've been getting a few emails asking me to do these readings. I'm not gonna lie you guys, for a while I was thinking of stopping doing these readings because they just didn't, in my opinion at the time, I just felt like I was more I could bring more information and more clarity through guidance readings than readings like this of this sort. So I was actually going to stop them, but I realized that in life we have connections with people, you know, that they help us grow, they help us transmute, and just doing one of these readings sporadically from time to time can really help someone release something, understand something from a higher perspective, and really help someone's healing journey. So that's why I want to continue doing them sporadically. They're not going to be all the time. They'll probably be like maybe once a month or once every 2 months, because I don't feel the need to do a lot of them because it's not, I guess, my genre on YouTube. I feel like there's a lot of other amazing readers on YouTube that do these and do them well, but I just feel like I don't mind now and again doing one of these if they help bring clarity and they help heal a situation and help you see the higher meaning of a situation. Now, before I get into the reading, I do want to say that I'm not going to be sugarcoating at all. When I do any sort of reading, whether it's a guidance reading, anything like that, I read the energy and that's it. I'm not going to be sugarcoating. I'm going to be saying it as it is. So this can get triggering. I obviously say it in a very compassionate way. I'm not going to be blunt, but I can't sugarcoat. I just say what I see. So trigger warning before we get in. So how this reading is going to work is I'm going to be tapping into your energy. I'm going to be using one tarot deck to show you the higher part of you and the more conscious part of you towards this connection, and then I'm going to be pulling cards on the shadow side of it to see what it may be triggering in you or where you may be acting out of shadow in this situation, and then I'll be doing the same with your person on the right side. So I'll be using tarot cards to take a look at their higher perspective and what's going on consciously. And then we'll be using the shadow decks to get into their subconscious and what's triggering them as well. So that's what we're going to be taking a look at. And the whole purpose of this reading today is help you have a deeper understanding and a deeper clarity of what is going on. If at any point it doesn't resonate, that's completely fine. It's a general reading. So just take whatever messages resonate and leave what does not. And yeah, we're going to get straight into the reading. So let's get in. So we have 3 crystals for you guys to choose from. Pile number 1 is the Snowflake Obsidian. Pile number 2 is the Orange Calcite. And pile number 3 is the Red Jasper. So see which crystal you are drawn to. The timestamps are going to be in the description box as always, and I will see you guys in my timestamps. Hey Pile 1, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at what is going on in your current connection with your person. So we are going to be taking a look at your energy towards this connection as well as your person's energy towards this connection to really get a rounded perspective of what really is going on in this situation. So you guys chose the Snowflake Obsidian. I'm actually going to put it out of view because I've got a lot of cards to put down. I want to make room, but we're going to get in and I'm going to start with you. So I'm going to start with this deck and then we'll move on to your shadow deck then. I want to say, when I started your reading, this doesn't usually happen for me, but I actually had kind of like a false start with this reading. Information came through, but then it halted and it stopped. And then I was trying to pull, and I know when you guys, like, when there's energy not there or when you guys aren't around, because I can feel like there's an emptiness. So I felt like a bit of information came through. I said it out loud and then I felt like I was talking to a wall, and I was like, wait, what was going on there? Because I know I channeled something, but it was almost like taken away from me. And then there was just this energy of like starting again, and then that's when I've started this video again. And what I feel then tapping into your energies when I realized that is that there was a lot of false starts in this connection. You felt like you were going somewhere, the energy was flowing in, and I'll get to what I channeled in a second, but there was a lot of energy flowing somewhere. You felt like you were getting somewhere, and then it was like it stopped. Whether this person pulled away, whether this person gave you silent treatment, whether everything just fell down and it fell apart as quick as it came in. there's an energy like that, a full starts, feeling like you're on a roll, and then it's being, you know, the rug's just being pulled out from underneath your feet. And I do feel like that's something you felt in this situation, and that's why it played out even when I was reading, which is quite interesting. What I was saying before the energy just completely ceased is there was 2 songs that were coming through, and it was Little Mix's song No, where they sing, no, 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 I've said yes too many times, now it's no, I'm no longer underneath your control, I'm not the kind of girl I was before, so I'm telling you no, or something like that. So that song came through, and then another Little Mix song came through, which was Happiness, where they sing, I was searching for happiness, I was using you to fill up my loneliness, I realized from the moment I set you free, I found the love in me. So I feel like there may be messages in both of those songs if you want to listen to them after the reading. It's Little Mix No and Little Mix Happiness. So maybe you guys listen to Little Mix a lot, but that was something that came through. So let's get into the reading. I'm going to start with your energies. So pile 1, please, Spirit Guides, tap me into the collective of my pile number 1s. Tap me into my snowflake obsidian pile. What is their current energy towards this situation? What's going on in their energy field in regards to this connection? So we have a sun. Okay. Pile 1. What's going on in that energy field in regards to this situation? 4 of Swords, okay. What is going on with my pile number 1s in regards to this situation? I was only going to pull 3, but I'm guessing pulling 4. Are these upright or upside down? Spirit told me to put them upright, that's fine. I find lately I'm being told to put these cards upright more than upside down because I read the yin and yang from them anyway, so Spirit are just like, just put them the right way, it's fine. You can read both energies that are coming out. What have we got at the back of the deck? 5 of Cups. I feel like pile number 1, you're actually starting to, I feel like this person's been gone for a while, because I feel like you're actually starting to step into your power after feeling disempowered for a really long time, and it's not like rapidly coming in. I feel like slowly but surely you're releasing layers that were holding you towards this person, holding you towards this connection, and I feel like you're finding yourself through this person's absence. That's actually something that I'm being told. The fact that we literally have the Sun, we have the 4 of Swords, the Strength, and the Queen of Wands. I don't feel like you're speaking with this person at all. I feel like it feels like there's a distance, or like there's not a lot of communication, or from the majority of you watching, you probably have not been in contact with this person for a while. This feels like there's been time for dust to settle. This feels like there's been time for transmutation, you know what I mean? Like with the Queen of Wands and the Strength here, and they did come out in a little bit of a reverse as well, to be honest with you, but I just feel like you're flipping these cards upright naturally within your own energy. I feel like you've been on a healing journey for some time, and I feel like you've been really finding yourself, and I feel like this person was a catalyst to you finding yourself, to you finding the truth of who you are and what this connection actually meant to you. I feel like you may have been through a period of time, Pile 1, where you've been feeling like, I don't want a connection, I don't want somebody in my life, I don't want anything like that, I want to be on my own for some time. But I see there's a transformation happening within your energy where you're starting to feel like, you know what, I feel like I'm starting to be ready to open up to a situation like that. I don't want this person to be the reason that I don't find love moving forward. I don't want this person to be the reason that I'm hiding myself away. I have a lot of love to give, you know what I mean? That there's like a feeling of that, and I do feel, pile number 1, and it's okay if you're not here yet, but there is this feeling with your energy like you're starting to be ready to forgive this person. Honest to God, that's how it's feeling. Like there's an energy coming through, like you're starting to feel ready, or you're coming into a time where you're ready to forgive this person. And forgiving somebody does not mean bringing them back if you don't want to. Forgiving someone is kind of setting yourself free from the chains of what word am I looking for, Spirit? The chains of karma. That's kind of the word I'm looking for in ways. Like you're setting yourself free of the chains of karma towards this connection. It's not that you're going backwards. It's not that maybe you'd want this person back. I feel like you're setting yourself free of the chains of, I hate you, I don't want you in my life, you're a bad person, all of that. You're rising above it because now you're stepping towards a new phase, and this person served as a stepping stone or a catalyst to you stepping into your truth. And I feel like that's an energy that you're currently in and currently stepping in towards. This is like a really powerful energy from you guys, pile number one. And if you guys are thinking of bringing this person back into your life, I feel like you know exactly who you are now, to which there wouldn't be so much of an imbalance, at least from your side, because I feel like you're understanding who you are. I feel like you've had a lot of like sleepless nights, or I feel like you guys are like up. I feel like you guys may be finding that up at night, you may get a lot of these feelings and emotions passing through. You may check up on their social media. You may be thinking of them like that. You may be feeling quite sad. I'm hearing Rihanna's song Higher. And she sings, "This whiskey's got me feeling pretty, so pardon if I'm impolite. I just really need your ass with me. I'm sorry for the other night." So she's kind of like mourning over the loss of someone. So you may have had nights like that, but I feel like they've all served as a catalyst in regards to you transmuting the lessons you've learned in this situation and the disempowerment that came with this situation, because I do feel you and this person had a lesson together, and one of the lessons you learned through this person is that your worth is not determined by the attention or energy this person puts into you. Your worth isn't determined by them, and I feel like that's something you've been learning with this situation. I just feel like a lot of independent energy. I feel like there's a lot of power coming back into your own hands, pile number one. It's very, very beautiful. I'm going to look at the shadow cards for you now, and then we'll get into your person. But I feel like, to be honest with you, pile number one, it doesn't even feel like you'd want this person back. For a lot of you, I feel like you're kind of out of this situation now. I feel like you may just be watching because you're still transmuting some of these energies. There are still some energies you're transmuting. I feel like with the 5 of Cups at the back of the deck, I feel like there is some disappointment as you're moving on. Maybe a little bit of why didn't this work with this person? You know what I mean? Why didn't it work? Why did these wounds have to play out? If we didn't have that sort of situation where we were working through these karmas, it probably would have worked. Or if we didn't meet when we did and we met now, maybe it would have worked. So there is disappointment coming through. And I feel like this is a shared energy that you have with your person. I feel like there's disappointment with your person. We'll get into that in a second. But I feel like, as well as you having that feeling and having that energy, I do still feel like there's this energy of you finally being ready to move on, in this newfound confidence and power that you have within yourself. I feel like you've really been empowering yourself. And if you're not feeling empowered right now and you're actually feeling disempowered, when we feel disempowered, it's allowing us to transmute those energies where we realize that anything that took from us never really took from us anyway. It was an illusion. So for us to really feel empowered, we have to feel those feelings of disempowerment to transmute them out and dissect them. So if you are having a moment of feeling insecure, thinking back to maybe words being said where you fell out of your power, it's because they're coming up in your energy field. They're coming from the subconscious into your conscious reality for you to transmute them. And the end goal is you feeling this strength and this Queen of Wands. That's why they came reversed and they told me to put it upright, because you're naturally doing that in your own energy field right now. That's something that I'm being told. And if you are still in connection with this person, I feel like there may be arguments happening right now because you're finding a new sense of self-worth, you're putting in new boundaries, you're not letting things slide the way that they used to, and this person isn't used to it. But I don't feel like a lot of you are speaking to your person. It really does feel like you're in an energy and an element of your own right now, to be honest with you. Pile number one, please, spirit guides. Why are they all the way up there? Let's put them down. I like when, you can see everything. You know me and being tidy. Although I say it, because sometimes I watch my readings back, right? And I'll say, oh, I like to be tidy. And then sometimes when I adjust them, they look more messy than they did the time before. And I'm like, oh, okay. Pile number one, let's take a look at the shadow aspect. I'm going to be using the Night Before Christmas deck. Okay, pile number one. Pile number one, please, spirit guides. Can you show me the shadow aspects for my pile number ones in regards to this situation? The subconscious energies that are add into this situation. Can you please show me the shadow aspects of my pile ones? of what's going on in their energy towards this situation right now. Can you show me the shadow aspects? Okay, we have the Seven of Needles, also known as the Seven of Swords. Okay. Pile 1, can you show me the shadow aspects, please? Spirit guides. Seven of Presents, or Seven of Pentacles. Okay. I just heard that TikTok sound. Not everybody fits in the bad bitch genre. I just heard that. I feel like you're coming into a time where you're really feeling yourself. I'm hearing Nicki Minaj's song, Feeling Myself. Yeah, I'm hearing that, the Nicki Minaj and Beyonce song. Oh, you had 4 cards again. I guess we're doing 4 cards then. That's fine. What have we got? Oh, wait, you had 3 come out. Okay. We have the Knight of Presents, which is the Knight of Pentacles. You had a lot of cards come. Your shadow side wants to speak a little bit. We have the Six of Presents, which is the Six of Pentacles. And we have the Ten of Presents, which is the Ten of Pentacles. I'll tidy them up once I've read them, but I'll lay them down for a second. What do we have here? Spirit guides. Seven of Needles, Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Why have we got that here in the shadow energy? Yeah, I do feel pile 1, there is an energy of your shadow self coming through. And I feel like it was needed to adopt this to help manage you through the healing, but I feel like you're ready to let your guard down in a little bit, right? In a way, I'll get to it. The Seven of Needles is the Seven of Swords, so I feel like you may have adopted this energy while healing the situation of going into a selfish energy, going into a you need me, I don't need you, I'm a bad bee, you know, I don't need anyone, I don't need anyone around me, I do not need this, I'm for myself, focusing on me, independent. Like, there's this energy and it's all coming through, but I feel like in ways it was a coping mechanism to drown out, and this may drown out your need for a connection. I hope this is making sense. When this connection was in the present and in your life, I feel like you did put a lot of energy into this person. And there was a lot of energy of, maybe even in an extreme way of like, I'm focusing on you. Maybe you self-sacrificed for this person. Maybe you gave a lot of your energy towards this person. Maybe it was like a people-pleasing thing. Maybe from childhood, you went through wounds where you were taught that to receive love, you had to gain it. You had to work for it. So maybe you put a lot of effort into this situation just to maybe be met with breadcrumbs. Or maybe you had dynamics in your childhood where you had to people please in order to survive, and that followed you into your connections, and maybe you people pleased for this person, because I was hearing the Little Mix song No, which is talking about I said yes too many times, now it's no. So I feel like you were very like the opposite of maybe what you are now, which is like, I'm going to give, I care about people, I want love, I want this connection, I'm going to give my all to this person because that's what love is. And obviously when this situation taught you to pull back your energy, when this situation taught you to put energy into yourself, because you have an extremist way of doing things sometimes, Pile 1, I'm being told, where you will, instead of meeting the middle ground, sometimes you'll go all the way one way and all the way the other way. So then you zapped your energy back to yourself and you were like, well, this hasn't worked for me, this is broken down, this didn't work for me at all, I'm going to put all of my energy into myself. Now, it was needed, but I feel like you've gone now to an extremist way of like self-protection mode. I'm going to put all of my energy into myself. And with the Seven of Presents, I feel like you've been putting work into your physical body. I feel like maybe you've been putting work into your projects. Maybe shadow work is somewhere where you've been putting your energy. That's beautiful. Haven't been doing anything wrong. But there's seasons to everything. And I feel like now you're stepping into a time where you've done the pulling back of your energy. You've pulled all of that energy into yourself. You know, you've become this bad bee. You know, whether you're male, female, non-binary, whatever. You've stepped into that energy. However, now seasons are changing and it's time for that lotus flower to open again. And now your commitment to self is really being put on the forefront. Now your commitment of balancing this energy of give and take out, it's being put on the forefront. And I feel like what you're healing right now, Pal 1, what you're working through right now is learning to balance the need to be selfish and selfless at the same time, balancing that energy out. So instead of giving or taking, you're listening to yourself, you're trusting who you are, you're trusting the red flags that you may see with people, and you're learning to balance that out. So when you step into another connection, you're not just taking from them, nor are you giving your whole entire being to them. You're balancing it out, and it's becoming reciprocated. And I feel like you may be feeling uncomfortable stepping out of this energy of I'm for me and mine, and opening up to another connection, because there's these fears coming around of I don't need anyone, I don't want anyone to come in. But while you're saying it, there is still a wound there of I don't need anyone because they're going to hurt me anyway. And you're learning to pull that needle out and transmute that right now, and that's something that you're working through, because with we have the Knight of Presents here and the Six of Presents. So that's the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. When we look at the Six of Pentacles, there's this energy of like give and take. You're learning to be in that more balanced energy, but there's a fear that people are going to take from you. There's a fear that people are going to hurt you like your person did, or your person's going to come back in and hurt you. There's a fear of trusting yourself that if this person came back in or this person tried to speak to you, you wouldn't, if you weren't in this selfish energy of me, myself, and I, you wouldn't be able to control yourself. So there's almost this energy of wanting to look at your person in a negative way of, you're a bad person, stay away from me. You're a bad person, stay away from me. You hurt me. Instead of balancing that energy out and finding that forgiveness within yourself. I hope this is making sense, but that's something that you're working through right now, Pawan, in your shadow energy. Because we have Temperance at the back of the deck as well. I feel like you've done so much tremendous work on yourself, but getting back out there and feeling that need to tap into that softer side of yourself again that you've hidden out of self-protection, it's scaring you a little bit, because every time you have that feeling of, I hope this person's okay, I hope this person's doing okay, maybe it is time to forgive this person, it's like a shadow part of yourself is going, no, we don't want to forgive this person, we don't want to, see the brighter side of it, because if we do, that's going to put us in a softer energy and we might run back to them. But you've done so much work, you need to trust in the person that you're becoming. I'm being told that's something that you're having to learn to do, because you've really transformed. We have the Sun, the Strength, the Queen of Wands. You've really transformed. The way the connection was before, it wouldn't even have any space to act that way now because of the work that you've done on yourself. And you finding forgiveness with this person, or you just balancing out the softer side of yourself. What I'm being told with this Ten of Pentacles is that's the final piece to the puzzle that's actually going to feel like a restoration of your own energy. Because you may be still thinking towards this person because there's hate there, or anger there, or why did you do this? You're a bad person. And I'm not championing this person, and we're going to get into their energy in a minute. I'm not championing this person at all. But what I'm saying is, for your own fulfillment, stepping back, just even if you're not comfortable in forgiving them yet, that's fine. But stepping back into that soft energy of being open to receive from other people in connections, and trusting yourself to be in that soft energy, in that balanced energy, and balancing both sides out. It's going to feel like soul retrieval. It's going to feel like a part of you is coming back for yourself, because I feel like you've been trying to be this bad-blooded, dark-blooded, bad-blooded, B-I-T-C-H, I can't say the word, for some time. And you are that, but you need to remember that you also have a very beautiful heart. And you really did care for this person, and that was actually a beautiful element of you. You don't want to shun that. That's still a part of you. And the reason you keep thinking back to this person sometimes at night is that part, that soothing part, this beautiful part of you, it's like you almost shunned it, and it's coming up to show you that that's still a part of you, and that's supposed to be owned because it's a beautiful part of you. And that's going to be a catalyst for connections in the future, because you don't want to shun that part of you and then go into a connection and not be able to feel your emotions and feel that soft side of you because you've shunned it. That was the beautiful part of you. You can have that hardened heart, but still have it soft in the middle. You can have those boundaries, but still have that energy of compassion and love. You can let this person go, but still have that energy within you. I do have love for you, and I wish you the best, and I wish things, it's like this feeling of accepting disappointment, accepting the false start, accepting that it didn't work with this person. You can let go and be gone with this person, but still have feelings of, you know what, that sucked. I really did like you. you know? Why did you have to hurt me like that? I really did pour into you. You're allowed to feel those feelings of sadness and disappointment. Don't shun them. Because it's shunning a part of you, your own emotions. And I feel like that's why you think back to this person, while allowing yourself the room for that softer side to come out. I feel like it's going to be a piece of the puzzle. So let's take a look at your person now. Let's take a look at your person. Okay. The back of the deck as well was Temperance. I'm being told to give yourself grace, because you're doing amazing. I just saw the Christiana meme. You're doing amazing, sweetie. I just heard that. So I feel like spirit's around you really strong right now, helping you work through this. I feel like every time you find a piece of the puzzle, you kind of revamp, like Mario when he eats the mushroom and he gets bigger on the game. I feel like that's happening for you. You're stepping into this Queen of Wands energy. You're stepping into your power. But remember that there's strength in emotions, there's strength in the heart, and I feel like a lot of your power is in your beautiful emotions, and in your beautiful kind nature that maybe you've been telling yourself you need to shun to be cold-blooded, and it's not the case at all. Like, I feel like that's a beautiful part of you that you want to balance. So let's take a look at your person. So spirit guides, can you tap me into pile number one's person? Can you tap me into pile number one's person? What is their energy towards this situation right now? There's a lot of mirroring that's going on in this situation, I'm being told. A lot of the wounds that you may be releasing and healing, they are too. I feel like you are psychically linked, so you pick up on each other when you're thinking of each other. There may be days where you're not thinking of them at all, and then all of a sudden they come to mind. That may be them sometimes thinking of you. I feel like you are connected that way. Psychically, it's a psychic link. I don't feel like it's an emotional link. I feel like it's a psychic link. Pile one's person, please, spirit guides. Can you tap me into pile number one's person? What is their energy towards this situation? Have they blocked you? There's this feeling of trying really hard to block you out, but then they will think of you. There's a lot of avoidance from your person coming through straight away. This person does not like to feel emotions and doesn't like to take accountability of things. They like to bury it, is one thing I'm being told about your person. Why do they do it though? They're scared of their own vulnerability. They're scared of their own vulnerability because they have a really big heart and they don't like to tap into it because it scares them. Pile one's person, please, spirit guides. What is their energy towards this connection? Show me their energy field, and what is their energy towards my pile ones? Two of Pentacles, okay. What is pile number one's person's energy towards pile one in this connection? See how the King of Cups did a spin? I don't know if it did it on camera, but the King of Cups like span around. I'm going to do 4 and 4 because I was going to do 3 and 3, but I feel like I need to mirror it with yours, so I'm going to do that. What is pile number one's 9 of Cups? Okay. What is pile number one's person's energy towards my pile ones? Oh God, your card ran away. Let me just grab it. 2 seconds. Oh, a lot. Oh my God. Okay, there's a lot of emotion here with all of these cups. We have the Knight of Cups as well. Okay. All right. Okay. Didn't expect that, to be honest, when I was first tapping into their energy. 2 of Wands. Okay, we have the 2 of Wands at the back of the deck. This person is thinking of you. This person does think of you. I don't think it's all the time because there is an element of burying their emotions, their energy. There is an element of that. However, they do think of you, and I do feel that they will, if you have social media, they'll check up on your social media. If you don't, they'll ask about you, or they'll just ponder about you. It may be a situation where they can't check your social media. Maybe you have them blocked. Maybe they blocked you and they don't want to unblock. So then they think of you. Because there's this feeling of, I'm trying to block this person out, but they're either showing up in my dreams or they're showing up in, because you're psychically linked. It's like what you're healing, they're also healing the mirrored end of it. So there's this feeling of like, I'm blocking this person, I don't want them in my life, but then I'm thinking of them a lot. Or I don't want to think of this person, but then you know, and Snapchat memory comes up of them, or I don't want to think of this person, and then I wake up from like a really vivid dream where they visited me in the dream. Like, there's a lot of that coming through. Like, there's almost this feeling from your person, like, are they doing spell work on me? Like, are you into spirituality? Because there's this feeling of like, only for some of you guys, if you are connected to spirit and this person knows about it, there's this feeling of like, are they doing spell work? Are they doing this on purpose? Like, are they doing like black magic or something? Because I don't feel like they understand spirituality too much, but there's this feeling of like, are they doing witch work? I feel like I'm hearing witch work. Like, are they doing witch work on me? I don't know. That's something that's coming through straight away from your person. Right, okay, Two of Pentacles. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? Please, spirit guides, pile. This person does not give themselves enough leeway to really tap into their emotion. They're very focused on the physical world, what the physical world can bring to them. Do you see how he's really focused on the Two of Pentacles, and there's a whole ocean behind him? He's not even interested in the beach behind him. He's focusing on these pentacles that are right here with him. He's not focused on anything that's going on behind. So I feel like this person is very focused on the material. I feel like this person thinks with a very logic-based mind. They may have an Earth Mercury, an Earth Moon. I feel like they naturally do look at life that way, in a very material way. How will this work for me? How will I gain from this? I feel like they are quite disconnected from their emotions, which is funny because that's literally all we have here. King of Cups, Nine of Cups, Knight of Cups. Why have we got all of these cups here, spirit guides, in regards to their energy field with the situation? Pile one's person. Tap me into the energy field. What is going on with... They're contradicting themselves and making me confused. Hang on. Was this person juggling you with somebody else? Is this person currently in another connection? Either they're in another connection, or when you were around each other, they may have been juggling you with somebody else. You'd know if that's the case, so I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You two are living in two separate worlds, two separate paradigms. You have two separate outlooks of life, two separate outlooks of what a relationship is. Even with you transforming it, you still have two separate outlooks of what a relationship really is. I feel like this person is almost looking at your world through a window, likes it, interested, wants to join in, but the capacity to join in with you is emotional depth. The capacity to join in with you is this spiritual connection that this person would have to dive into. And this person's logic based. And the thing about human beings is they like comfortability. They don't want to jump out of their own depths. This person doesn't want to jump into the deep end. So it's like, I'm drawn to this person. I want this person in my life, but I don't want to jump into the deep end because I'd be out of my wits. I would not be in control. And this person likes to be in control. So because I'm too scared to jump into the deep end, I'm going to attach myself to something in the shallow end that brings me comfort. That could be work. That's something that they're focused on. That could be another connection, which is something that they're focused on. But that is something that they're focusing on, pile one, right now. Something that is within their own range, within their own price range. I don't know why I heard price range. Maybe money's a factor. There's a lot of insecurities riddled in this person. This person does not like to be out of control. And I feel like they'll chase things that are out of that control and they'll toy with it, but then the minute that they have to step up, they run away. And I feel like that's what this person does. This person doesn't really like... this person likes a challenge when they have to chase it, but when it comes to them actually having to shift and transmute to align with that challenge, then they don't like to do it and then they'll run away. And I feel like that's what this person does. But what's with all the emotions, spirit guides? Why have we got the King of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Knight of Cups? When you were in this person's life, and this person knows this person's actually consciously aware of this. When you were in this person's life, you saw the best in them. You saw the best possible aspect of what they could be. You may be an empath. You may be very connected to spirit. I feel like you saw the best in them. This person knows they could be that, but they'd have to transform to do that. They're a bit frightened to do that. They're reluctant to doing that. So because of that, it's like they're wanting to stay as this Knight of Cups. And they know that they could be this King of Cups. They know that they could do it if they did the work, but they don't want to do it. So with this Nine of Cups here, I feel like this person's chasing highs with this Nine of Cups, finding Do you see all of these Nine of Cups? Finding fulfillment in everything in the shallow end right now is what this person's doing. I really want that big lobster in the deep end, but I don't want to swim into the deep end because there's sharks there. I don't want to swim into the deep end because then I'm going to have to expand and go deep, and I don't have the capacity. So I'm going to fill up my cup with everything in the shallow end right now. Here's a little limpet. Oh, it's giving me gratification for a minute. Let's add it to the collection. Oh, the next thing I'm finding a crab. Cool. That's adding to the collection, but it's not giving me the fulfillment that I know the lobster could give me. But I don't want to go into the deep end, so I'm staying here and I'm just collecting all of these little things on the ground floor. I don't want to go deeper, and I feel like that's what this person's choosing to settle into an energy that they feel more comfortable with, and finding any bit of high that they can with the energies, that they are currently connecting with right now. I hope that's making sense. Still thinking of you, still looking out of that window, looking for you, still looking into the deep end and seeing you there, still attracted, still wanting that, but knowing that they're telling me I don't have the capacity to do it. They do, they just don't want to take accountability for everything that would need to shift if they had to. I feel like for this person to be in your world, there would have to be a lot of shifts of their current world. This person likes comfortability. May have a lot of Taurus energy in their chart. This person likes comfortability. So it's like, if I'm to jump into this person's world and I'm to step towards them, I've got to make all of these changes. And quite frankly, I'm either too scared to do it, or I just don't want to do it. It's too much hassle. I don't want to do it. So then this person withdraws. And it was never about you. It was always about them. I can't make that change to be with this person. I can't make that jump to be with this person. It's like Mermaid and Prince Eric from Little Mermaid. It's like part of that world. Like, that's the energy I'm picking up. They want to be a part of it, but like, you're the mermaid, the emotional depths, the water. They are the person on land, the physical land. Like, that's where they're at. And it's like two languages then being spoken. And I feel like you tap into beautiful parts of their heart, and I feel like you ignite or poke parts of their heart that they would rather have hidden, because that's a vulnerability that they're too scared to tap into. Maybe they've been taught to never be too open with their emotions, so they kind of get frightened and they retreat into their shell. There's a lot of ocean vibes coming through here, like ocean, water, beach. Maybe that's significant for some of you guys, but they would retract into their shell. They may have a lot of Cancer in their chart. Whenever they feel uncomfortable, they're retracting into their shell. And I feel like they don't, I'm going to say it, I'm actually going to say they do not mean to hurt you when they do it. And I see them beating themselves up or feeling quite guilty sometimes. Why am I doing this? Why the fuck am I doing this? Like, why? Does this person swear? Because I don't swear during readings, and I've just said it. I don't normally swear, but I did. Like, why am I doing this? Why? That's the first time I've ever like sworn like full out while channeling. Does this person swear a lot? Because that's how it's coming through. Why am I doing this? Beating themselves up. This person's critical of themselves too. And every time that one of these cups is no longer exciting for them, they're thinking back, oh, why didn't, and then they're just finding another cup then. And I feel like this person may have tried pulling you off your pedestal sometimes to fit into their narrative, but it didn't work, because you shine. Look at the sun. You literally shine. We have the strength in the sun. You shine. You shine. This person was trying to dim your light so that you could fit with them. It wasn't working, and you were casting lights on their shadows. They were getting uncomfortable and running away, because to be with you, they would have had to transmute the same way that you would have had to transmute. But the thing about you is, look at the work you've done to transmute, to become the best version of yourself. This person isn't doing that. They're still acting out Knight of Cups. Even though they want to be King of Cups, they're still acting out as Knight of Cups. That's what's happening. And they're looking at you and going, I'd like this, I'd like this, I'd like this, the panic on you, I'd like it, but this is going to have to suffice. This is what I'm going to have to do. It's comfortable for me. It's more comfortable for me. And that's what's coming through. So let's get deeper, because it's funny how that came out in their conscious energy. So this is something they're probably working through right now. But we're going to take a look at their shadow aspects now. See what's going on a deeper level. Pile number... Are they slanted? I hope it's not slanted. This is why you were having false starts. They'd pull in, wanting to match your energy, get triggered, feel uncomfortable, be unsure of this shift that they could make, and then they'd pull away, and then you would think, oh my God, I'm not worthy of this connection. But you were feeling feelings that they felt, I'm not worthy of this connection. I can't transmute to be what they want me to be. And there's triggers of confidence and empowerment happening within the both of you. Wow, okay. Pile number... You're very alike. That's why I'm picking bittersweet from the both of you. You're very alike, pile one. Very alike. That's why there's such a sadness here, because it's like we have the same heart. One's embracing it, one isn't. And not even that. One wants to stay here, one wants to grow. One's choosing to stand still, one's choosing to grow all the time. And to the point then that we're so far, like, worlds apart, that there's no language barrier to even speak to each other anymore, because we're so worlds apart from each other now. And because there's a soul connection, there's a bittersweetness and a sadness, and that's why your energy was telling you it's okay to feel that. Don't shun yourself for feeling that, because feeling that and grieving that is going to be one of the final pieces to this puzzle to allow you to forgive this person and let go. It's triggered abandonment wounds in you as well, I'm being told. It's not even just you. I feel like this person's missed out on a lot of opportunities because they didn't feel good enough, work-wise as well. To do with like work and things like that. Healing as well. They've had moments where they could have retracted into themselves and done some healing work. That was causing them to not stand in their own empowerment, to chase after what they actually want. And they've chosen not to do it. It was too uncomfortable. It would mean they'd have to shift and change things. They didn't want to do it. And they think about it often. But they block it. They block it out. Has this person blocked you? Pile number... This person projects onto you a lot. Because you trigger them. So they'll project onto you then. When we trigger someone and they don't want to take accountability of that trigger within themselves, they'll project onto that person. You're a bad person, you did that. But listen to what they're saying when they're saying it. They're telling on themselves. Whatever they've said to you, listen, really look at what this person said to you when they projected onto you. They were telling on themselves. Pile. There's frustration from your person. Magician. Pile number one. How does pile number one's person... How does pile number one's person feel towards pile number one in this connection? Queen of Cups. God, look at these cups. They're intimidated by your emotional depth. Two of Wands. Am I doing it reversed or what? Two of Wands upright. Even though it came out reversed, I'll be reading the actual energy of it now, don't worry. One more card. Pile one. How are they feeling towards that person? Oh, Strength reversed. I'm actually going to keep that one upside down. The more you're stepping into who you are, the more they're getting triggered. The more you're less likely to hear from them. We have the Emperor at the back of the deck. Okay, let's get into this. Magician, Queen of Cups, Two of Wands, Strength reverse. What's going on here, Spirit Guides? What is going on here? How does pile number one's person... What are the shadow aspects? How does pile number one's person feel towards pile one in this connection? The Magician is literally like a genie coming out of the lamp, look. Look at that. And look at all the cups. Look at all of that. This person wants everything to just like... If this person could have a genie come to them and they'd be like, look, can I be as emotionally in depth as this person? Can I be open to my heart like this person? Can you do that? Can you click your fingers and make this happen? They would do it in a heartbeat. But they would do it if they didn't have to do the work and suffer the consequences of their old timelines collapsing. They don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. They're almost looking at you as well, like this genie. Oh, you could answer all my prayers. You could answer all my prayers. You could, you know, bring me to this situation. And they may be looking at you like that in the sense of a healer. Maybe they've depended on you healing them or helping heal certain wounds. But when they realize they've actually got to feel the energy of uncomfortability to reach the depths that you have, because that's how you even reach the depths of you have. You're very emotionally deep because you've been through so much that you've transmuted it. You've met your darkness and healed it. The reason that you are such a healer by nature, the reason that you are so connected to your heart space is because you've had it cracked 1,000 times to be able to understand the ins and outs of it, to have it operate in a way that you can control it. This person hasn't had that happen. This person's had somewhat of an easy life emotionally. I feel like what this person gets triggered by more so is like connections. So like romantic connections. I feel like this person learns through romantic connections. That's the only time they've really suffered any sort of heartbreak or upset or wounds to their ego or anything like that. They haven't really had anything that's fully cracked their heart open. And when little things have shattered their heart a little bit, instead of actually dissecting it, they've blocked it off instead of trying to understand it. That's why all these cups are here, because there's an intuitive side to your person, whether they own it or not, that is aware that if they did healing work, they probably would be able to stand next to you. But it's like, I don't want to do it, it's too uncomfortable. But all they're actually longing for, pal one, is a deep emotional connection with somebody. And they're chasing highs with this 9 of Cups. And the reason that they were so drawn to you and so connected to you is because you had so much emotional depth. But one thing they liked about you was that you poured into them without them having to really pour back into you. And the more you're pouring into yourself and not self-sacrificing enough, or when you start to put boundaries in and you start to, step back and go, well, where's mine? They get triggered by it because it's almost like they don't want you to reach that point because they want you to stick around for them. They're not thinking of you in that situation because their own triggers are having them only think of themselves. So it's like they're thinking of themselves. In the past, you were thinking of them, and then no one was thinking of you. So now that you've taken that energy off them and put it into you, it's like, oh my God, to actually step towards this person, I'm actually going to have to have that same energy. So the wish fulfillment here is to ask the genie to bring that emotional fulfillment to them, to have them tap into their heart space like that without suffering the consequences of pain and hurt. That's not how it works, and you know that. So they're stuck then. Because here you are with the Queen of Cups. They'd love to offer you that. And I'm not a sugarcoater. I would be saying if they were if they had narcissistic tendencies, or they were trying to, if they were trying to hurt you or wanting, if it was anything other than this, but this is what it is. They're drawn to you because of your emotional capacity and your emotional depth. That's why they like you. That's why they're drawn to you, but they cannot reach that side of themselves for you. They're almost wanting you to come back with this Queen of Cups and fill up theirs. And I feel like you're the person that they go to for that. I do feel that they miss you, because I just shared the P. Diddy song, I'll Be Missing You, with Faith Evans. What's the 2 of Wands for? This person has really hurt you, and they know that they really hurt you, because with this 2 of Wands, I don't know if it is garlic that they have on the floor here. It looks like garlic anyway. But, like the saying, to get rid of vampires, you put garlic in your house. I don't know if you've ever heard that. To keep vampires away, you have garlic on you, right? This person, has acted in your life at times as an energy vampire, pulling on your emotions, pulling on your beautiful heart to fill themselves up in ways. Not that they were doing it intentionally, but, they look to you for healing. And I feel like you did play that role sometimes with them. That's why I'm hearing the Little Mix No song. That's why you play that role, to help heal them. So there's this feeling with all of this garlic here as well. They have played this energy, vampire energy, and they are kind of aware of it. And with the garlic around, it's I'm kind of, I know that I've hurt them. And I know that they're kind of aware of it now, and I know that they see me as a bad guy, so they're pushing me away, and quite right that they see me as a bad guy, because I didn't treat them right. They're almost bullying themselves and looking at themselves as a bad guy. There's a lot of shame and guilt, and maybe that's why they're blocking you out, because to look at you, they'd have to admit to that shame and guilt that they've hurt you, and they don't want to do it, and that's why we have this garlic energy here. They may even be feeling, if things are going wrong in their life, they may even be thinking, well, I shouldn't have done that person dirty. That's why this is happening. They may be thinking of that with the garlic here. That just kind of stuck out to me. And I feel like maybe you've done so much protection on yourself at this point, and empowerment within yourself, that anyone that would pull on your energy just for healing and anything like that, it wouldn't be able to suffice. It wouldn't be able to even get in, and they're kind of like, oh, they're really well protected now. And it's not that they're coming towards you to be the energy vampire. They can't, in their mind, it's like, I can't help it. I love their energy and I want to be around them and they make me feel so good. But I know what they're expecting and I can't give it to them, but I'm overwriting that because they are so healing to me. Kind of like a drug. I'm hearing I Don't Do Drugs by Doja Cat and Ariana Grande. And then we have the Strength card reversed. So that's what's leading them to be disempowered because they're feeling like a bad person. Because they're not acting out of their higher energy. They're telling themselves they're a bad person, but they're not wanting to admit to the fact that they would have hurt you or that they've acted out of their triggers to hurt you this way. So they're blocking it out and maybe they're projecting to you that you're the bad person. They're telling themselves you're the bad person, you're the bad person. They're blocking it out so that they don't have to deal with it. Because what did I say at the beginning of the reading? They lack accountability. They lack taking accountability. This person does not feel very good about themselves at all right now. Fear in their own emotions. Scared to admit to some things, because then they would have to admit that they've hurt you, or they'd have to admit that they played a bad part in this situation. They'd have to admit that they didn't, do you right or act out of things. And then to admit to that would admit that they're acting out of their own triggers and they need to heal them. They don't, it's such a ball that they've kind of like entangled themselves in. So while they're stuck in this entanglement, they're looking out. They're looking out to you, but it's like, I'm so even stuck in this own web right now. I have to stay in the shallow end. There's too much now, and I've got myself too deep to really do this work and transmute it to stand next to you. And that's not true, and you know this. That's not true. They could do the work. They're just choosing not to do it. They're choosing to stay safe. And that's the energy of where they're at. And there's a sadness from both sides. Like I'm going to pull some more cards, but there's a shadow. There's a sadness from both sides. But I feel like you're stopping yourself from feeling the sadness because it's like, well, this person never cared about me. This person hurt me, so I need to be in this bad bitch energy. However, there's more to you than just being a bad bitch and cold-hearted entrepreneur, whatever it is that you're working on. Like there's more to it than that. You have a beautiful heart. Do not let this person's mistakes have you shun that beautiful part of yourself. Because bringing that part of yourself back and feeling those emotions, it's going to be a piece of that puzzle that's going to allow you to step and shine even stronger. Because it's your beautiful heart that got you here. And it's your beautiful heart that's going to take you to even newer heights. And someone's going to come in and match that beautiful heart. I have to apologize while I say it. I don't think it's going to be this person. They could do the healing work. This could change after this reading because energy shifts. They could decide to do the healing work. They could decide to do the transformation. I don't think they're going to. From my opinion and what I can see right now from just this energy, could change, but I feel like your person that you grow with and have a beautiful connection with, I think it's beyond this person. I have to be honest with you, that's what I'm seeing. It doesn't mean this person wasn't a soulmate, because soulmates aren't just someone you meet and are with forever. We have multiple soulmates. And I think this person taught you a great deal. But they haven't wanted to shift or transmute, and that's their truth right now. That's where they're at. Will you hear from them? Spirit guides, will pile number 1 hear from that person? Yes. Not anytime soon. And I don't even think you're going to care to respond, because I don't think it's going to be a heartfelt apology. I don't think it's going to be what you would like it to be, and I don't think it's going to be what you know you deserve. I don't think it's going to be, I'm sorry that I did this and telling you. I don't think it's going to be that. I feel like it's going to be very flippant. Because they're going to watch your energy and then see how much they want to invest from your energy. They may swipe up to a story or accidentally send a thumbs up on Facebook or text your, I feel like it's going to be something where they're baiting for your attention. So they may have done this in the past. I feel like they'll do it again. They may text you and say, whose number is this? Knowing full well it's yours, but not wanting to just come to you hands up and say, I'm sorry. It's like, who's not, and try and see where your energy is at before they give you any sort of information or anything like that. Because this person's scared to be vulnerable and being told. So unless you were laying the carpet for them to express those emotions, they wouldn't. If you want to lay the carpet and for them to express those emotions and open up to them and have that, I feel like it would be kind of healing for you, to be honest with you. But I just feel like even in your energy right now, there's this energy of I don't want to do that, I don't even want to respond to that, and that's fine, honor that. But I do feel that if you did roll out a little bit of a carpet for them when they did come in to explain things, I feel like you may be able to have a bit more of a discussion. I don't think it would go as deep as you'd like it to, but I feel like it would go to the capacity that this person feels that they could give you in that moment, I'm being told. It's not anytime soon, or it doesn't feel anytime soon. I say this person would be looking for clues or like a leeway into your energy. But I don't think they'd be coming with the King of Cups. I think they'd be coming with the Knight of Cups. But it's like, I'm hearing, it's the remix. Like, they'd be coming back with the same energy, but they may switch it up a little bit. Change their tune a little bit. Say something different. But it's like a different way of coming with the same BS. Like, I literally hear, it's the remix. Pile number... You've had to really let go of a lot of people that were in acting out of their shadow to transform, and it's a bittersweet, not just for this person but other people in your life too. Maybe family members, loving them from afar. I feel like that's something you're learning to do. Love people from afar and accept that you still hold those feelings to those people. You still love those people, but they're not coming with you, and allowing yourself to grieve that. Yeah, we literally have Ascension here as the card in the middle. I'm going to do one more. Pile. Oh. Emotional release. Look at all the water here, guys. Back of the deck we have retreat. Yeah, you're definitely not speaking right now. Definitely not speaking right now. You've both retreated into yourselves. There's been a turn in the water as well with the Ascension card here. I feel like what you've been going through maybe is an ascension, where you've been letting go of your shadow, where you've been focusing on you, where you've been looking at wounds within yourself that had you overgiven to this person, filling up this person's cup and then not having anything in return. I feel like you've been going through an ascension, and I feel like your connections with other people have shifted. Before, a lot of your connections were, what do other people need from me? Because of maybe the way you were taught that in childhood or something like that, whereas now you're looking at connections like, what can people give to me and what can I build with somebody? Do people actually enjoy being around me, or do people just need me? Let's look at the connections and review them in my life. And I feel like you've had to become kind of hyper independent while cutting people off and learning to retreat and learning to put in boundaries with people, and maybe ascending past people, which has had you in this energy of I don't need anyone. But now that you've reached a new paradigm, now that you've reached a new state of awareness, you're able to open up again. And that's something you're learning to do, which is feeling uncomfortable, but you guys know growth can sometimes be uncomfortable. An emotional release. I feel like the final part of this puzzle is you opening up to that softness again from a higher state of awareness, and going like, okay, feeling like, okay, I still feel sad over this situation. I still feel guilt that I can't be there for this person. I still feel these feelings. Like and there's this feeling of unraveling them in your own time. They're telling me not to imprint on you, to tell you what these emotions are. They're telling me for you to kind of like, they're saying me just mentioning it is a doorway for you to tap into those feelings of what you're really feeling. So I'm going to pull these cards now. I haven't used them in a while. And we're just basically going to be taking a look at if what your person's really thinking in their mind right now, and what they'd say if they could. Remember that this is a general reading, so only take what's resonating with these cards. So pile number one's person, please, spirit guides, what are they feeling about pile one right now? Leave me alone. Wow, okay. So we have leave me alone. Pile one. I'm hearing triggered by Janae Eichel. It goes, go figure, you were the trigger. You brought me to an obstructed view when you knew the picture was bigger. Who am I kidding? I knew from the beginning you were an enemy. You were no friend of mine. Something like that it goes. Pile one. I wish things were different. I wish things were different. Pile one. What is pile number one's person feeling towards the connection? What are they thinking about the connection? I have a lot on my plate. I keep hearing you don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Like, you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what I'm dealing with. You don't maybe you've at times through your own shadow projected what you thought was going on onto this person, and this person's almost feeling a little bit misunderstood. Like you don't know the half, you don't know what's behind the tears I cry, you know, like this person feels a bit like that. Like you don't know, you think you know me and you don't know me. Like this person's kind of back against the wall, feeling a bit, maybe you've told this person about themselves, or you've just, you know, read this person a filth and being told. Maybe you've done that. Ego. We have ego here. Is there another card? No, it's just that one. We have ego. We have I can't shake this connection off, which is mirroring. I wish things were different. And then what does pile number one want to say? What does pile number one's person want to say? Sorry, what does pile number one's person want to say? Scared to open up. Back of the deck, nostalgia. Yes, this person's thinking of you. This person does think about you. This person thinks back to you, conversations you had, experiences that you shared together. This person does think of you. There's a lot of what if coming through from your person. Now, with leave me alone mirrored from ego, I feel like this person's tried to block you off, tried to make out you're the bad guy, tried to run from accountability, but it's all to do with their own ego and wanting to be the right one in the situation, not wanting to admit certain emotions within them, wanting to keep their emotional side hidden in a shell and not wanting to, maybe have Cancer Moon or something like that, like wanting to keep that side of themselves hidden in a shell and not show their vulnerability like that. So it's like their ego's coming through to be harsh and cold. It's a trauma response to keep themselves safe, to be cold, to cut off, to be spiteful. Like it's a trauma response that they've adapted to block you out, step away, don't tell you why they're stepping away, hide. Like there's a feeling of that coming through. It's a trauma response is what you were dealing with. And I feel like you would take that to heart sometimes of like, what did I do? Am I not good enough? They never really liked me. And that wasn't the case. It was just their trauma response when they got triggered. Now, with I wish things were different and I can't shake this connection off, I feel like that's self-explanatory. I feel like this person thinks back to you often like, what if? It's something that's coming through. They do think back to you. We literally have the Two of Wands. What if things were different? What if we'd met at a different time? And it mirrors feelings you feel, because you may not want to admit it right now, but I do feel you think that sometimes. Well, what if it could have been different? What if we met at a different point? What if? I feel like you think that too. And you both think that of each other, whether you want to be vulnerable about it or not. Is that something that I'm being told? And with I have a lot of my plate with scared to open up. I'm scared to bring you into my world so you can see that I'm not this picture perfect person that you think I am. That's literally what I just shared. I'm scared to bring you into my world so you could see that I'm not all you've projected me to be like. And then you don't want to be with me and you run away. You fill up my cup, you give me the attention, you give me the ego stroke, you give me all of that. But if I let you into my world, you would see that I'm not anything special. Which is sad to think that they think like that, because everyone's special. Everyone has so much beauty within them. But this person's like, if they actually saw the real me, they wouldn't actually want anything to do with me, and I don't want to lose them. So to not lose them, I have to be controlled of this situation and kind of keep them there. I don't want to lose this person. This person views you as a really close friend deep down. But it's like bringing it into the physical is too much of a risk, and I don't like to take risks. I like comfortability. And this is where they stay then in the shallow end. And it's sad. It is sad. And I feel like it's hurt you in the process. They didn't mean to. But then the bad bit about it then is that they're not wanting to admit that they've hurt you. They're not wanting to, retract energy then like that. They're not wanting to explain themselves. They're not wanting to even admit it to themselves, because it makes them dislike themselves even more. And this is what's happened. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. I just shared that song as well. But my advice to you, pal number one, is to keep shining like this. Keep doing that inner work. Yes, be independent. That's something that you've learned. You're doing it flawlessly, may I add. However, remember that your heart brought you here. Do not tell yourself when these emotions come through that they're not valid. They are. If you feel like you miss them, it's okay to miss them. If you feel sad about this connection, it's okay. If you feel that what if too, it's okay. You're not losing your touch. You're not going backwards. You're learning to balance that out. And these are feelings that you have within you. It's okay. You're learning to balance them out so that you can find that forgiveness within yourself, or maybe grieve this connection and move forward. Whereas this person is choosing to stay put. And I think a part of your healing is accepting that this could have blossomed into something. They could have ascended with you, but they chose not to. And we're not everybody's healer, and that is something that you're learning in this lifetime. You're a healer, but you can bring a horse to the river, you can't make it drink. And that's what you've learned with a lot of connections, not just this one. And I think the reason there's pain in this situation is this person stands as a catalyst to what you've had to learn in other connections too. And it's painful, because then forgiving that and understanding that and moving on, you're also feeling the grievance of other connections you've had to ascend from and leave behind. And that can be sad. But know that there's a whole world ahead of you on this paradigm that you've just jumped to, that are going to pour into you with a beautiful heart that you have because they did the work just like you. That's why they're on the same paradigm as you. And I know it's a bittersweet feeling, but allow yourself to feel it and allow yourself to grieve it. Do not shun these emotions. They're a part of your healing process. And that's something that you're working on. And that's why sometimes you think of this person. And you will still think back to this person sometimes, but you'll do it with the understanding that things went the way that they had to for your own soul's growth. And that this person even played a stepping stone and a catalyst in your own growth. And there's gratitude to then be had there. Whether you want to tap into that gratitude right now or not, you know. So yeah, pile one, that is what I have for you, and I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated for you. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey Pal 2, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at what's going on in your current situation with your person. We're going to be taking a look at how you energetically and consciously feel towards the situation, as well as your subconscious and shadow side, and what's going on there. And then we're going to be taking a look at your person's conscious and subconscious side and seeing how they're relating to the situation as well, so we can get a full rounded view of what's really going on. Now before I get into your reading, guys, there were two songs that came through as I was tapping into your energy. The first song is a song by Dhanishta, and it's called Fires and Flames, and she's basically talking about her person being full of anger, full of frustration, and she wants them to calm down. She sings, fire and flames are in your eyes, I wish that I didn't burn so much. So there's this feeling of like, I'm triggering you and I don't mean to, or you're triggering me and I don't, you know, I know you don't mean to do that, but we're both triggering each other, and there's a lot of explosion right now. And the other song I was sharing was Taylor Swift, You Need to Calm Down. So I feel like this connection may have got volatile at times. I feel like there may have been a lot of arguments. I feel like a lot of shadow was kind of pulled to the forefront to kind of trigger each other and heal. There's a lot of that was going on. Apologies for the noise outside, guys. It was either film with that noise in the background or just like don't get this video sorted. And I don't think it's picking up too much on the camera. I hope it's not anyway, but apologies in advance if it is. But yeah, that's the energies that I was picking up straight away. There's a lot of triggering that's happened in this situation. So I'm going to move your crystal out of view up here just because I want to make room for the cards, and we're going to get straight in. So I'm going to start with tarot, take a look at your conscious energies towards this person, and then we'll take a look at your unconscious energy towards this situation. So pile number 2, please, spirit guides, the orange calcite pile. Tap me into the collective of my pile number 2s. Tap into the collective of my pile number 2s. What is their energy towards their situation right now? What is pile number 2's energies towards this situation right now? 4 of Swords. Okay. What is pile number 2's conscious energy towards this situation right now? 4 of Pentacles reversed. I feel like you've retracted into yourself. There's this feeling of going within to lick your wounds, maybe not wanting to be around them right now, maybe stepping away from them. Maybe they've done it and you've just mirrored it. We'll get in deeper. Pile number 2, please, spirit guides. What is pile number 2's conscious energies? Queen of Cups. You hold a light, first person, still, even if you don't want to admit it. I feel like a lot of you will, though. I feel like you're quite open and honest about your emotions and feelings. I feel like you know you still hold a light for this person. I feel like you know you still care about this person. You're a very passionate person. Pile 2. Oh, I'm gonna put the King of Wands. I'm going to put the King of Wands here, and then I'm going to put these two back in the deck. But I want to say we have got the Page of Wands and the Two of Cups here. So I do feel like you think of a beautiful connection with this person. You do think of everything settling itself together. You do think of a future with this person. I'm being shown Harley Quinn in the Suicide Squad movie, where the Enchantress shows her a life she could have with the Joker, and tries to entice her with that. So I feel like sometimes you will daydream about this person and what could be, and sometimes you may forget, and I feel like you're aware that you do this, of what's really happening in the physical, and if this person's really putting in the foundation for that to happen. I feel like you do sometimes think of what could be, which is beautiful that you see the higher perspective, but sometimes we need to see what's really going on in the physical. And I feel like you have been doing work, or been settling into an energy where you can really see what's really being done, and maybe looking at what's really happening, and the connection is triggering you right now, which is causing the explosive energy that I do feel is happening between you and your person. I'm hearing somebody say, like, please, like, just, like, I'm here again, it's like, calm down, like, let's just, like, why can't you just act normal? Why can't you just act the right way? I'm hearing Sugar at Night by Jessie Reyes. Why can't you just act the right way? Why can't this just be normal? Why can't this just be peaceful? Why is there always going to be triggers? Why is there always going to be games? Why? I don't want that. You know what I mean? Because the Four of Wands is the back of the deck, so it's just showing me that what you want is a stable connection with this person. You want everything to be, you want everything in this connection to be smooth sailing so that you can build. But it's like sometimes, because you have this picture perfect energy of what you want this situation to be, sometimes you may overlook what's really happening in the physical, because it's triggering to you, because then you have to admit some things. And I feel like it's something that you're doing with this Four of Pentacles reversed here. I do feel like you think about it, but I feel like there's this feeling of you really wanting to be with them, but then it's triggering you at the same time. I feel like this person pushes buttons and shows you parts of yourself that maybe you don't want to look at. You know what I mean? Maybe this person triggers abandonment wounds within you. Maybe this person triggers your shadow self to come out, and it's like it's happening for you to filter through it. But then I just feel like there's a lot of shadow aspects playing in this situation. Like it's getting a lot. I feel like it's a lot. You know what I mean? But underlying is this beautiful Queen of Cups energy. Like you really do care for this person. Very much so. And they're telling me to pull straight away the shadow deck so that you guys can, well, it's not the shadow deck, it's the Night Before Christmas deck, but they're telling me to pull that as your shadow energy so I can get the full picture of what's going on, because I feel like to get the full picture of what's going on in the situation, I do need to see the shadow elements. That's what I'm being told. Let me just pull these cards and we'll get into it deeper. Pile 2. What is pile number 2's energies towards this situation right now? There's this feeling of not wanting to let go, which is normal, of course. There's this feeling of if I let go, I give up. Ace of Presents, which is the Ace of Pentacles. The Magician. I'm tired of these games, I just heard you say. Maybe you've said that, or maybe you've thought it. I'm tired of these games. Pile number 2. What's going on in this person's energy? What's going on? Upright or upside down? Upside down. 10 of Pentacles. It's got a snake on here as well. There's a transmutation emerging in your own energy, a transformation emerging in your own energy. And you're being called to do that or stay in the same energy. And I do feel like you'll choose to transform and go into the awakening that this person is triggering you into. And the awakening itself is an initiation into shadow work. But to do that would mean that you'd have to retreat. And with the Four of Pentacles reversed and the Four of Swords, maybe you guys have already started to do it and that's what's triggered you to go within and do that shadow work. But some of you guys may still be dealing with your person. We'll get into it in a second. It's taken me a while to stabilize into your energies because there's a lot going on. I feel like you're at the forefront of healing something really deep that this person's triggered within you. Yeah, 3 of Needles, 3 of Swords. Okay. The back of the deck, we have the Emperor. I feel like your higher self is guiding you into your own inner healing right now, pile. Pile number 2. This person's ignited a lot of wounds within you. I feel like this is a very strong karmic connection. We'll see if it's anything deeper in a second, but right now there is a lot of karma that's being played out in this situation, which is why it can be volatile, which is why there's a lot of transformation, which is why there's a lot of triggers, because this person is reflecting a lot of your wounds back to you. Feelings of abandonment, causing you maybe to self-sacrifice yourself for them. You know what I mean? There's a lot of that, and it's triggering it all within you, which is causing these triggers. And I feel like in turn you're triggering them at the same time. But what's really happening here is there's a mirror being placed up to you. This is where I need to work on this, this is where I need to heal this. And I feel like through that triggering, you've heard this calling of your higher self. We need to withdraw. We need to work on ourselves. We need to work on self-love, self-worth. We need to put our energy into ourselves so we can really lick these wounds and really digest and transform these wounds into empowerment and see where they're coming from. And that takes a lot of guts. And I feel like a lot of you guys are beginning to walk on that journey. And I feel like you guys are at the beginning of the journey, or you're at a point of that journey where there's a big climax happening, where you're really feeling these wounds deeply to really see and understand where they're coming from. And I feel like that's happening in your energy right now, with this Queen of Cups and this King of Wands here as well. I feel like your whole idea of what a connection is being transformed, but some of you guys are still holding on to your person, and I'm being told that there's a tower moment happening in this situation for you to build a new idea of what love is, of what love means to you from a more empowered state, from the ground up, without the wounds. But to do that, you have to heal the wounds, and that's why they're coming up right now for you to work through, because we have this beautiful Queen of Cups. You have this beautiful energy within you. You have this beautiful need to nurture within you. You have all of that within you, but it's not balanced right now, which is causing this 10 of Pentacles, this abundance that you want to not be coming in, because it is not balanced right now. Because where you want to give love, you may have a tendency to self-sacrifice. Where you want to have that beautiful energy with someone and see the beautiful side of that person and see all that they could be, then not seeing it in themselves, and instead you're projecting what you want them to be, and instead falling in love with your own projection rather than the person themselves, and maybe not seeing what's actually happening in the physical right now. And I feel like that's something you're learning to transmute, and that's something you're going within to transmute, so that you can really digest and understand what a connection is from a deeper point without these wounds. So that's why there's so much going on in your energy right now, and that's why you chose the orange calcite, which is for the sacral chakra, which is connected to our emotions, because you're filtering through really heavy emotions right now, and it's very triggering for you right now. When you're thinking of this person, there's a lot of feelings of, well, why didn't they want me? What was wrong with me? Why did they abandon me? Why did this happen? Why does this keep happening? Why does this fall apart? Why am I giving all of my energy into something and not getting it back? Why is it painful? Love isn't supposed to be painful. Of course, there's situations we go through with people where we transmute, we work through fears. There may be arguments, that's normal. But when the basis of a connection is triggers and pain, and you're being disrespected, that's where it needs to be reviewed. And you're taking a look at those parts of yourself. Why am I allowing myself to be treated this way? Why am I allowing myself to play the healer for this person when I'm not getting anything back? I'm being drained. Why? I'm being drained, so why am I allowing this? And there's all of these wounds coming up within you right now, pile number 2, and it's triggering. But you're being called to digest and feel these emotions and ask yourself these difficult questions right now. Why? What is it about this person that's drawing me in? And why do I get drawn in? Do they love bomb me? And then that gives me that feeling of love, and then they pull away, and then I chase it because I haven't found that within myself yet. There's a lot, and I feel like this reading is going to trigger you, pal, too, but it's triggering you to really filter these emotions. Why do I feel like I need someone? Why do I feel like I need somebody there? What am I lacking within myself? I'm hearing the Ariana Grande song, Imagine. There's fantasy of connection, there's fantasy of that love, and you know what you want, but then it's what creeps in is then wounds that are being called that you need to transmute, because what you want and what you deserve is the King of Cups here. to match this Queen of Cups, this beautiful connection. And I feel like you've called out to your spirit guides at one point, or called out to your higher self, this is what I want and this is what I deserve. And spirit said, yes, you do deserve that. With this Ace of Presents here underneath the Four of Swords, like I see you guys sitting there in contemplation going, could I have done more? Maybe I needed to change myself. Maybe I needed to be like this. Maybe I needed to be like that. Taking yourself out of your own essence to match what this person is bringing. It's like you're almost taking yourself off of your pedestal to match this person, to heal this person, to bring this person where you're at, whereas that's that person's own duty to match your energy, not for you to build them up. It's for you to build yourself up and be in that energy and shining out, and then someone who's done the same work stands next to you and you're able to give a reciprocated energy. And it's kind of similar to pile number 1 in a sense, where I feel like I was saying to pile number 1, when we're in our childhood and we're not loved, maybe, or we don't feel loved the way that we're supposed to, we settle for being needed. So you may have had a connection with a parent that, you know, maybe had you do a lot for them. Sorry guys, I had to stop the camera then, but what I was saying is, with this Ace of Presents here, it's almost like you may have been taught in your childhood to receive love, you have to really give a lot. You have to self-sacrifice. I have to give every part of me. I have to give these things. I have to be the provider to even get a crumb back. Maybe you got taught that in your childhood, so it's almost mirroring in this connection to help you heal. And maybe you thought in your childhood, well, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe you felt in your childhood, my love alone isn't good enough, so I'm going to have to give. I'm going to have to bend over backwards. I'm going to have to self-sacrifice. It's the only way that I'm going to have love back. And I feel like that's then filtered into your connections, like it always does. That always happens. When something happens in our childhood, it filters into our connections. It's happened with my own. And what's happening here, do you see how we've got the witch here and then we've got the younger witch. Something happened in childhood. It's to do with your inner child. This person is triggering inner child wounds. That spirit and your higher self are initiating you into shadow work to transform and heal your inner child, so that you're able to step towards love and a balanced connection, so that with this beautiful Queen of Cups that you are, you can have that reciprocated with the 10 of Cups upright, and you can have that beautiful connection that you deserve and you desire. But until that wound and that thorn is pulled, obviously those situations are going to be triggered within you. We have the King of Wands here and we have the 3 of Needles, which is the 3 of Swords. I feel like there's wounding within your heart chakra, and it's not that you're broken. Everybody has this. I've had to work through it myself. I still work through it myself, you guys, but there is just this energy within you. This is what it's triggering. It's triggering your inner child. There's a lot of karmic wounds here. I do feel this is a karmic partner. You can call it whatever feels right towards you, but this feels like a karmic connection, and I feel like the purpose of this was to make you aware of where you may be self-sacrificing, where there may be negative connotations towards connections. For example, myself, I grew up watching abusive connections, you know, physically abusive connections, and I had a very abusive connection with my own mother, you know what I mean? And that trickled into my relationships, and one of the very first relationships I had mirrored every wound that I had with my mother. They were physically abusive towards me, mentally, emotionally. It triggered all of those wounds, but I thought it was normal because I saw it in childhood. My inner child felt like it was normal, and I had to unlearn that and do the shadow work, and it was very painful, but it had me then transmute that to understand what a real connection is, and it was very hard to look at, and it triggered me so much, and the person really hurt me in many ways, but it allowed me room then to allow my inner child to show me what was wrong and what was right, and transmute, so that my next connection would not be plagued with what I saw in my childhood. And that's what I had to do, and it took years, you know, for me to do that. And I feel like with the 4 of Pentacles reverse, you're being initiated into shadow work to be able to transmute this, so that you can have this 10 of Pentacles, because you deserve it. With this Queen of Cups here, you are very healing in nature. You are someone with a lot of love, but I feel like it's taken advantage of a lot, and I feel like this is something that has been triggered in this connection, and I feel like this reading may be quite triggering for you in turn, which, you know, apologies in advance, but at the same time I feel like that's why you clicked on it. I mean, you clicked on it for a reason. So let's have a look at your person now, because I feel like looking at your person, again, it may be triggering, but I feel like it's going to give you clarity. And I feel like in this sort of situation, I feel like you need to see where they're coming from it as well, and really see the higher perspective of them too, which we're going to do. So spirit guides, can you tap me into my pile number 2's person and what their energy is towards this connection? What is pile number 2's person card fell on the floor. We have the Page of Pentacles. There's a lot of disruption. I feel like this person disrupted your life, because I've literally had to stop the camera about twice, 3 times. And when I was beginning the reading as well, the lawnmower was going outside. So there's a lot of distractions. I feel like this person has disrupted your life. When this person comes in, it's like a wrecking ball coming in. I'm hearing the Miley Cyrus song Wrecking Ball. And it's because of this person's nature. I feel like this person can be quite reckless. Pile number 2, please, Spirit Guides. How does pile number 2's person feel towards pile 2 in this connection? 6 of Swords. My hands are shaky today for some reason. Pile number 2. How does pile number 2's person feel towards this connection? The Sun. And the Wheel of Fortune. I'll put them more neatly in a second. And we have the 3 of Wands at the back of the deck. This person feels like they've got a lot of airy energy. I do feel like this person... I'm being shown that this person sometimes sets fire to something and then runs off, sets fire to something and then runs off. I feel like they don't take accountability, but more than that, I feel like they have very destructive behaviours within their own selves. This almost feels like it's mirroring pile 2. I feel like, did you see connections in your childhood where you had to save your parents in some way? Like I'm being shown like alcoholism and things like that. I feel like there would have been negative traits or shadow traits or addiction traits that your parent may have had within them, and I feel like your inner child, well, your child self would have thought, I can fix, I can heal. I know this all too well. I've been through this myself, pal, too. I really relate with you guys here, because there's this feeling of your person also having these traits within them. Does your person do things that they shouldn't? I keep hearing Sugar at Night by Jessie Reyes. Does this person do things that are destructive to themselves and you worry about them? I feel like it's triggering your inner child in that sense. You almost feel obligated to stand next to them, even though this person has no intention of healing. They're not even aware. I don't even think this person's aware of how much they're hurting you or how much pain they're causing you. I honestly don't think that they're aware of it at all. I feel like this person's kind of, I wouldn't say they're a void of emotion. I feel like they chase it a lot. It's hard to sit in this person's energy. Let me get into it deeper. I need the cards. That's why they're telling me you need the shadow cards to read any of this. Because it's a shadow situation. It's a karmic situation. Let me lay these cards so I can get a better understanding. Pile number 2. I was going to say pile 4. We don't even have a pile 4. Ace of Pentacles. You're mirroring each other there, because we have Ace of Presents, which again is Ace of Pentacles, and then your person has it as well. Ace of Pentacles. What's consciously driving pile number 2's person? And what's subconsciously driving pile number 2's person? What's going on here? What is their energy towards this situation? Temperance. What's going on in this person's energy? What's going on in pile number 2's person's energy? Why are they acting like this towards this situation? Magician. What is pile number 2's person? Oh, see, these cards are running away. We have 10 of Cups at the back of the deck. This person too has a wounded inner child, and they're acting out of those wounds just like you. Wheel of Fortune again. Sorry for my creaky chair, guys. Temperance, Sun, Magician. I feel like this person does say a whole lot to get what they want, and I feel like they've learned that. It's a trait that they've picked up. If I say something, if I use my words, I can get people to do what I want. I feel like this person makes a lot of empty promises towards you, pal, too, or did make a lot of empty promises towards you. This person keeps falling back into their factory settings. Page of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles, like, I keep feeling with this Page of Pentacles is like it feels like Rumpelstiltskin energy from the Shrek movie. Like, I'm going to, like, there's like a trickery here, and it's not even a case of like I'm trying to trick people. It's like I can't help but do this. It's ingrained in my own energy that I learned as a child. Like, if I want something, I have to be tricky with it. If I want something, I have to be I have to trick people into it. I need to say something to get it, but then there always has to be a consequence. Like, there's like a feeling of that, and they would have learned that at a young age, maybe by a father, by a mother. They would have learned to do that. Or the way I get attention is I trick people into it. The way I get attention is I will make somebody feel bad for me, and I'll trick them into it. Like, there's a feeling of that. I'll charm, but then there's an agenda behind it, and I feel like they do it. And it's hard because it's like, I have to say, it does feel narcissistic. Underneath it is a very wounded inner child, and that's just the way that they look at the world. They want attention. They want it. It's like, I want attention. I want people to love me, but the way that I do it is charming and then taken. And there's a feeling from your inner child then, like, I would like attention, I want love, but I have to self-sacrifice. And then this person's like, well, I want love and attention, so I need to draw people in and pull from them, which is creating the push and pull dynamic, which is creating the trigger, you know? Because you stop self-sacrificing and it's triggering this person. They don't feel worthy. You know what I mean? But they decide that they've got what they wanted out of the situation and go somewhere else or something like that, then you're triggered. And it's this back and forth. There's such like inner child, it's like two wounded parts of two people, and it's being brought up through this connection to trigger. I feel like this person might have love bombed you. I think it's a tactic that they would have used. And I have to be honest with you, pal too, and I know this is going to trigger, I feel like they're aware of what they're doing. Sometimes people may love bomb and they're not aware of it, and pull away and they're not aware of it. There's a conscious reality here of, I'll give you all of this, but it's at a price. I'm aware of what I'm doing. But it's like, come here. You can have this pentacle, but then it's like the dragon's there. It's like luring someone to their energy. This person's, you know, a bright light, but it's like I want to pull them into the dark with me to, you know, so I can kind of pour that light within myself, and I don't have to deal with these wounds. And it's not working. They're not healing through it, pal too, because it's like that. It's only triggering them because it's not enough, because it's having them look within to heal where they feel they're not enough, or heal where they have to take energy from other people. Like, there's a feeling of that. And with the Magician card here and the Sun, you see all of these cups. It's like, I feel like this person chases highs, and it's their way of filling their cup in a way that they didn't get it as a child. It's like, maybe their parents when they were younger gave them a lot of presents but not a lot of affection. And when you have a lot of money and you have a lot of that without having to work for it, you expect it, and it's no longer fun anymore. And I feel like this person it's like, I want what I can't have, and then when I have it, I want something else. Like, that's honestly an energy that this person's in. When you pull away and you're in your own element, specifically when you're healing, they want you, they want to pull you back in. But when you're around, then it's like, right, I want something else, because nothing is filling this person's void, because it's not a person that they need. It's their own healing, and you're not their healer. And this is something you're learning. You're not here to heal them. You're not their healer. You're not supposed to self-sacrifice yourself. A connection isn't someone healing somebody and then the other person being healed. A connection is two people that are healed stepping towards each other. And yes, there's healing that goes on there, but it's reciprocated. And I don't feel like this situation here is being reciprocated, because this person's looking to receive, you're looking to give, and it's imbalanced, and it's causing pain on you. And in turn, it's causing pain on them in the long run. This person chases highs. Because look at the inner child. Yeah, there's a child riding the horse. It's the inner child that learned this tactic, because they never received the love that they felt that they needed. So they chased people that mothered them, they chased people that nurtured them, they chased that until they got what they needed or what they felt they needed, and then ran somewhere else. And it's a cycle this person is in. You see the cups going around? It's a cycle that they're in. We have the Wheel of Fortune twice. It crashes and burns, I try again. It crashes and burns, I try again. I'm going round and round in factory settings. What I really want with this 10 of Cups right here is abundance. That same thing you want. That's why you were drawn to each other. It's the same thing you want. But they're so riddled in their own woundings that it's hard for them to even take accountability of what they're doing. It's like they're not. It's so hard for me to read this person, pal 2. So hard for me to read this person because I'm very emotional. And my emotional body is front and center, and this person's emotional body is not front and center. So I'm having to, like, I feel like you've had this with them. You have to pick scraps from them, and that's what I'm getting. It's almost like even in energy form, this person's like, take a little bit, like breadcrumbing. Even me with the information, I feel I'm being breadcrumbed with information. Like I can't get it all out from them because this person got taught to keep everything hidden, give little bits, and it'll just keep drawing them in. And that's literally where their energy is at. Look how he's clutching onto that pentacle. Spirit guides, can you give me more enlightenment of this situation? Like anything else that can bring clarity to my pal 2s? Like just explain a little bit more about this person because I can't tap in emotionally, nor do I really want to sit in the energy. I'd rather just be given the information, to be honest with you. The thing is about wounds in the shadow self, it unconsciously drives the boat of the human self if the human self is not choosing to acknowledge and do the inner work. This person's shadow self is driving the boat. They could heal, but as you know, healing takes accountability, which I feel like you guys are either starting to do or have already done it or are doing it. And that's why you're wanting and seeking clarity on this situation to help you understand it, which is normal. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not being needy. You're not running backwards. When you're healing a situation, you want clarity on it. Your whole being is calling out for clarity on it. But this person's like, I don't care for clarity because I don't want to take accountability. It's too painful. But you're happy to sit in the pain and transmute it. I wouldn't say you're happy to do it, but it's, you know what needs to be done. I don't even think this person's aware that it needs to be done. I feel like this person feels quite satisfied in what they're doing right now. They may be with someone else. Or maybe trying to step towards someone else. It's a shame. I'm hearing Born to Die by Lana Del Rey. I feel like this person's got narcissistic traits, to be honest with you, pal 2. I don't like to throw that word around, but I do feel that they do have narcissistic traits. It's a manipulative energy coming through that they use, that they would have learned through a parent to get what they want. And it's not that they don't like any. It's not just you. There's nothing wrong with you. It's everyone they get with. It's how they walk towards connections. There's nothing you could have done as well to heal them. Because you're beating yourself up. I'm being told that you couldn't help but heal. You're beating yourself up that you'd have to walk away. And I'm gonna I like to explain a little bit about myself so you can really see where I'm coming from. Like, I had a connection like this, very much like this, and they were mirroring the wounds within, again, my own mother, who was an alcoholic, who was abusive, and I had to acknowledge that I couldn't heal this person the same way that my inner child, like my childhood self, could not heal my mother. And I had to teach my inner child and teach myself, I am not responsible for this person's healing. It was never your responsibility for this person's healing. It was never your responsibility for your mother's healing. It never was. You were supposed to be the child. This wasn't fair. Take that off you, because it's falling into your connections. and you're wanting to heal everyone, and it's not your job. That is not what love is. Not in its purest form. That's not what a connection is. You are not everybody's healer. And I had to learn that. And I feel like it's something you're learning. And this person is mirroring a parental relationship that you had in a childhood. And it's not even, you'll find when you heal it, it was never even about this connection. It was what it triggered and what it represented in your own life, because it was triggering things that were in your subconscious from your childhood that you probably forgot about, or that you didn't even realize were manifesting in your relationships. And this has come in mirroring it to make you aware so you can transmute it. Because this person, there's a leech here. It's like, I'm leeching. This person has love. This person has deep emotions. This person has healing. Let me have some of that. And look at them pouring with the Temperance. But they're trying to make it pour, but they can't, because it's not your energy that they need to heal. It's their own. So they're still walking around with the Six of Swords from their own family situations. Whereas you know, and I feel like you're learning, you're the key to your own healing, no one else. Another connection is not going to bring in that beautiful love, that love connection, if you're not able to witness it when it comes in. Because there could be beautiful love connections then that come in, but you're seeing love through a different angle of, you need me, so I'll be there. So then you're drawing in all these karmic connections, and you're not able to recognize the beautiful love then. And that's why you're being initiated to healing, and you're doing amazing, by the way, healing this really deep wound, so that when these beautiful connections come in, you are able to resonate with them, because they're on your paradigm and you are on that same wavelength. And that's what's happening right now. You are remothering yourself, refathering yourself, reparenting yourself, pal, too. To be able to be aware of when a beautiful love comes in. This person's, again, looking for a mother, looking for a father and other people to fill a void that can only be filled by themselves. And they're taking everyone's cups and pouring it in, and it's not working. So they're finding something else and finding something else and finding something else. It's not working. And I have to be honest, I don't feel this in the era of their ways. Not yet, anyway. They may do. But I don't feel like they're seeing the error of their ways right now. This may have been a very sexual connection. This person may have been very drawn to you sexually. Maybe the way you connected was through intimacy like that. That's what I'm feeling with the orange calcite. Let's pull some more cards. Let's pull their healing cards and take a look at the energies in the middle of this. Let me just put these cards here so I can get more cards in for you guys. I feel like this is a karmic connection, pal too. This feels karmic, and I know it's heavy, and I'm sorry you have to go through that and the transmutation of that. But you are going to come out of it whole, because you chose yourself and you chose to heal your inner child. You chose to remother, you chose to refather. The universe sees that, and you'll be able to align with a beautiful connection where you don't have to live out your past, because you would have already transmuted it and taught your inner child a different way to have love and a different way to receive and give love. Maybe you never received love. So when people do step towards you with that sort of love, it feels foreign to you, you get scared. And then someone comes in mirroring energies from your parents and love bombing, and then that feels comfortable for you. Even though you know sometimes it's not going to work, it feels comfortable, so you go there because it just feels comfortable for you. I see you completely transforming it to bring in a beautiful connection. I see you completely transforming it. 100%. Let's pull some more cards. Pile number 2, please, spirit guides. Pile number 2. What's going on in this situation, please, spirit guides? Show me the energies of the situation between pile 2 and their person. What's going on? What's the purpose? What's going on? Creativity, 3 of Cups. Is this person currently with someone else? Has it triggered you? Or did this person cheat on you with someone else? We've got the 3 of Cups there. Creativity. Honoring your energy. This is triggering you to go within. I'm hearing Lose You to Love Me by Selena Gomez. what were the words? I know the words, I had to lose you to love me, but there's a lyric coming through, but I can't think of it in my brain. I gave my all and they all know it. You turned me down and now it's showing. In 3 months you'd replace me like it was easy. Made me think I deserved it in the thick of healing. We'd always go into it blindly. I had to lose you to find me. This dancing was killing me softly or slowly. I needed to lose you to love me. I may be butchering the lyrics, but it's something along the lines of having to let go of somebody to honor yourself and love yourself fully. And by going through the motions and realizing that the treatment that you had was wrong, learning to fully honor yourself and love your inner child. We literally have the feminine energy at the back of the deck. So I feel like, you know, the divine mother within your own self, the divine feminine within your own self, where you nurture, where you connect to the emotions like that. It's like all of that energy, it's like it's almost been distorted in childhood because maybe you never saw the divine mother in your own mother. Maybe you never saw the divine feminine in its strengths in your childhood, and you're learning to transform that and stand into it, not just for your sake now, but for your own inner child's sake, to show them the right way to do things. We don't have to self-sacrifice for love. Love is eternal. Love's within us all, and we're supposed to receive for love. It's supposed to be a beautiful, balanced connection. I do not need to settle for breadcrumbs just to be satisfied. I don't need that. You're teaching your inner child what is right and what is wrong. With honoring your energy here, that's what's happening. I feel like these tears that you're shedding are planting seeds in the dark to grow into a new paradigm and a new garden of abundance for you. You see the seeds underneath and we see the water at the top. You're shedding tears right now that are filtering down from these 3 of Cups that are going to bloom into something better. And I know it's probably hard right now. There's a lot of triggering in this situation. There's a lot of triggering in this reading, but it is happening for you to reach abundance. The 3 of Cups here, I do feel like this person may have been talking to somebody else or being connected. There's something like that would have happened, pile number 2. And I feel like you're learning to go inwards and transmute all of that to stand in your power. It's a big learning curve to teach you more about yourself. Pile number... This person feels reckless. I have to say, your person feels very reckless. Not thinking of other people. It's like an indulgent energy. Again, it's like an energy of addiction coming through. I can't think of anything until I get this fix. I can't think of anything until I get this high. I can't think of anything until I get this from this person or this from this person. Like, that's what I need. You know what I mean? And it's like, there may be times when they're vulnerable and there may be times where you see their inner child like that. However, it's then riddled with their own need to take, their own need to exploit. And it's what they've learned, and they keep going back to factory settings even when they try to do better. And it's a lesson and it's a transmutation they have to walk on their own. This person couldn't help heal you because that's your wound to heal, and you can't help this person heal because it's their wound to heal. You can trigger each other, you can show each other where this person's lacking and this person's doing this. However, this person's love alone is not going to heal you. It's going to mirror the wound within you, and your love alone is going to trigger that own wound, because you giving them that beautiful love and you wanting to heal them is also triggering them because they didn't receive it in childhood. So it almost doesn't even make sense to them. They're almost viewing it as a negative. They're almost wanting to exploit it, because how else would I deal with this energy? I was taught to exploit it. They don't know, but it's for their own selves to heal, and it's very heavy. We have fear of rejection that's come up. I feel like it's within both of you. It's your own inner children that were rejected in some sort of way and have created defense mechanisms to operate with other people now. If someone I feel like it's an energy from you. If someone doesn't want me, it's okay because they can need me, and then that will make me feel wanted, and then that will make me feel loved. And from them, it's like, if I keep this person on their toes and I exploit their energy and I bring their energy into me and I keep them tied to me, they're never going to leave me because they'll want to be with me and they'll want me. Like, it's a mirrored energy here. To get what I want, I have to exploit, and that makes me feel needed. and it's two inner children that it's being caused by. Everything's mirrored here. Do they even like me? There's almost this feeling of like, they couldn't like me for me. I have to offer something different. They couldn't just love my heart. It's not enough. I have to be needed. I have to give to them. I have to maybe people please. And then from them, it's like, they wouldn't like me for me. I have to charm. I have to exploit. They wouldn't like me for me. The person that I am within, they would not like that. Two people were taught that at a young age. Do you see how it keeps mirroring? I wish things were different. You're starting to see the wounds within yourself and this person. You're starting to see them. Pile number 2. You're too good for me. This person knows that. Why do you think they have to exploit? They feel like everyone's too good for them. That's why they've got to exploit it. I can't shake this connection off. How to fill a void. What was I saying? Put the Temperance card. Using other people's energy to fill their void. Why did you pull away? Why did you pull away? Okay, I wish things were different and you're too good for me. I think you think back to this person a lot. I'm hearing Love on the Brain by Rihanna. I'm also hearing Needed Me by Rihanna as well. Again, it's playing on that thing of you need me, you need me. It makes me feel wanted, it makes me feel loved, you need me. And you're too good for me. It's like, I can't match that energy, so I've got to manipulate. I can't match it. And even if I did open up to that side of myself, no one would want that. Maybe this person in childhood opened up to those vulnerable parts of themselves and a parent shut it down. Didn't want that part of them. Because they didn't have it within themselves. So they learned then, okay, well, that part of me isn't worthy. That part of me is only going to cause me pain. However, if I manipulate, if I do what that person likes, if I do this and that to this parent, they like me then. If I become the favorite, if I do this, they'll like me. That's what I need to do. And as they've got older, it's like in relationships, well, my heart, it's not going to suffice in this situation. It's not good enough for people because they were taught it at a young age. So it's like, okay, let's play a bit of a game then. You know what I mean? It's like Joker situation, like the Joker energy. Let's play a game. Because that's what I was taught. Because me at my core isn't good enough. And you learned that as a child. Me at my core isn't good enough. My love isn't good enough. I have to be needed because my love isn't good enough. That's where this has come from. I can't shake this connection off. Because every part of your shadow self is taking you to this connection to show you where it's mirroring your childhood. The answer to bringing your inner child to healing, the answer to bringing your heart to healing is in your childhood and is within this connection. And that's why you keep thinking of it. Because when we go through trauma, when we go through wounds like this, a part of our subconscious, it's like soul retrieval, a part of our energy sticks there and sticks in that memory. And the reason we keep replaying that memory is because there's a part of ourselves there. And we have to retrieve that part of ourselves and transmute that part of ourselves and bring it back to ourselves through healing and nurturing and teaching that part of ourselves, this is wrong, but thank you for helping me acknowledge this memory because it had a key element to my healing in it. Because maybe you can't remember everything that happened in your childhood. Maybe you can't remember that. I couldn't remember everything that happened in my childhood, but I remembered everything that happened in these connections because they held key. I held a key to that part of my childhood. And that's why you're thinking of this situation. And right now, there's a climax going on in your own energy as you're transmuting it. Either a climax of you finally walking away and choosing yourself, or a climax of you healing and understanding what was going on here. The key is in your childhood. The key is your inner child. Fill a void. So they were given presents in childhood, or they were given this to be quiet in childhood. They were given this and that. But it never filled the void of emotion within them. So they started to manipulate people to try and get more, and it still wasn't healing because that wasn't what was going to heal them. But now they're so far into it, they don't even realize it's a trait within them when all they actually want is this 10 of Cups. And when you pull away from the situation, it triggers their inner child. And when they pull away from the situation, it triggers your inner child because there's fear of abandonment. I wasn't good enough. It literally sends that energy to the inner child. Oh my God, I wasn't good enough. They left. Oh my God, I wasn't. Both sides would feel it. If you walk away from them, if they walked away from you, but it's necessary for you to realize you were always good enough. That love you had as a child was always good enough. That part of you, that beautiful emotional heart, like that beautiful heart, it was good enough. And just because a certain parent couldn't see it, it's not that they couldn't see it, they couldn't see it in themselves. So they couldn't reenact that in your child because they never got it either. And it trickled down and you're choosing to transmute it. And see your inner child and nurture your inner child and teach your inner child that they were enough from the beginning. And that they didn't need to go healing everybody else to feel whole, you know? And I'm being told to say for you to be gentle with yourself right now as you bring yourself home. It's okay to feel rage, let it out. It's there and it's coming up for you to get it out. Even if you feel hatred and anger. I went through that myself with connections. I went through a phase where I couldn't even look at my own mother at times because I was like, I hate you, and I felt it. I felt like it, and I would say it all the time. I hate you because how could you do this? I can't even look at you. How could you inflict this on me? But through time and feeling that anger, it changed to sadness. It turned to grief. It turned to forgiveness. And I was able to come back to myself and have a better understanding and feel whole. And understand that it was her wounds that caused her to be like that too. And it was my person that acted like this, that it was their wounds that caused them to feel like that too. And it brought me to that understanding. And that's a journey that you're on. And please be gentle with yourself. Please make sure you're doing, self-love rituals, self-care. Please make sure you're taking time to yourself and you're not bullying yourself out of these emotions, because this is a very pivotal time for you where you are transmuting this to where it's gone and you don't need to reenact this again, because that beautiful love that you wanted with this 10 of Pentacles, it's going to be put back into a state of being upright, and you are going to have that. And I know you may be listening to that going, I don't think I'm going to have it. I don't think I'm going to have it. Don't cheat yourself out of it. You are going to have it because you deserve it. And you are bringing yourself there with this healing. But you are not this person's healer. And by you walking away, you're not doing anything wrong. Do not feel guilt from walking away from this person, because this is not, it's not reciprocated. There's wounds here. And it's up to you what you want to do with this situation, because this is a general reading. Whether you want to be in this person's life or not, it's up to you. They're your lessons to learn. It's your path to walk. But I want you to know how worthy you are, how beautiful your heart is. And I want you to know that you are going to have a beautiful connection that matches your beautiful heart. You're learning to balance these energies right now. And to bring them into balance, there has to be an element of alchemization of the inner child to remother your inner child. Remother your inner teenager. Remother your own inner divine feminine, your own inner divine mother. Refather your own inner divine masculine. There's a whole process of transformation happening right now. And that's why this felt so heavy and like it was one big climax, because it is. It's bringing you to your truth. It's bringing you to your purpose. It's bringing you to this release. It is going to have you alchemize this divine feminine energy, stand in it. Know when to recognize when a healthy divine masculine walks in, because I feel like you're more divine feminine, so that you can build this beautiful 4 of Wands with someone and have that celebration and have that happy ending. But you would have learned the boundaries of this Emperor card here to know when to say no and know when to walk away from someone tugging on your energy to this extent, because you'll know what you're worth. And you know that you're worthy to ask for your worth. Because that's a whole process in itself, knowing what you're worth and asking for it. Do you know the guilt I felt when I'd be like, I want this and I want that? I almost felt like I couldn't say it because I never asked for my needs before. You know what I mean? So to say that to the universe, I want this and I want that, I started thinking, am I turning cold? Am I a bad person because I'm asking for these things? Your needs are valid. Your needs are valid. And you're going to learn this. And you're learning it. And there's a big transformation happening right now. Your tears are planting seeds for your abundance. You got this, pal two. You got it. I know it's heavy right now, and I know this is probably triggering for you, but you've got it. I believe in you, and I see your worth. Even if it's hard to see your own worth right now, I see it, and you've got this. You're going to bring so much abundance, not just to yourself, but to your inner child. Very rewarding it's going to be at the end of it. Yeah. You're transforming with the snake energy to bring in the Ten of Pentacles, to bring in the abundance. You're transforming. That's why the snake's here. But we've got the bats here as well. And they come out at night. You may be going through a dark night of the soul right now. This may have triggered you into a dark night of the soul. This may have triggered you into some shadow work. But it will bring you out more empowered and ready for a beautiful connection that you know you deserve deep down. You know you do. And I know you do. So pal 2, that is what I have for you. I really hope this brought you clarity. I hope this didn't trigger you too much, and I hope it helped you see beyond this situation, and I hope it just brought you comfort. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if this did resonate. It did resonate for you. I'm sending you guys all of my love, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey Part 3, welcome to your reading. So today we are taking a look at your energies towards your current person, and we're also going to be taking a look at their energies towards you and this connection as well. We're going to be taking a look at the lighter attributes that you and your person feel towards the situation, as well as the shadow attributes as well, so we can get a full rounded energy of what's really going on in this connection and what energies are present in this current connection. So you guys chose the red jasper. I'm going to pop that up the top. We're going to get straight in. I'm going to have it out of view because I want to make sure that there's room for all of the cards to come out. So I'm going to start with the with your side first, and I'm going to be starting with the main deck, just to look at the lighter energies and what's really going on consciously for you with this connection right now. I do want to say, as I was tapping into your energies, pal number 3, the song that came through was Tinashe's song Love Line. She sings something like she's done waiting, I'm done waiting for you. And then the song's like, this ain't no love line, I'm not picking up at midnight, I'm not giving you no more time, baby, let's get a few things right, or something like that. The lyrics are. We'll get into why that's coming through, but that is just something that I hear tapping into your energy. So pile number 3, please, spirit guides. Pile number 3. Okay, what I'm actually being told with your energy, pile number 3, is that I'm being shown like a roundabout, like a cycle. And I feel like the cycle's being broken. But with this cycle being broken, there's like a new energy coming in. So whereas like you may have chased and this person ran, there's a shift in this energy where and it's coming in now, you're running, they're chasing. We'll get into it, but that's just what I'm being shown. Like, reverse, like that's how it's coming through. So it's like we were spinning clockwise on this roundabout, and now we're going anti-clockwise. So whereas I was chasing you and you were running that way, now it's the other way around. I'm running away and you're chasing me, sort of thing. Like at least that's why the present energies feel like they're at currently. That's kind of something that I'm picking up. Let's get in though. Pile number 3, please, spirit guides, the red jasper pile. Pile number 3, please, spirit guides, the red jasper pile. Tap me into the collective of my pile number 3s. Tap me into the collective of my pile number 3, please. How is my pile number 3s feeling towards this connection and their person? How is pile number 3 feeling towards the connection and their person? We have the 10 of Cups. We have Temperance. How does pile number 3 feel towards their person currently and the connection? How does pile number 3 feel? Let me grab your cards, they've fallen on the floor. The Devil. And we have the 4 of Cups. And you've grown out of this person. Pile 3, I feel like you've grown out of this person, or you're stepping into a time where you've grown out of this person. You've grown out of the situation. Back of the deck is Strength. You've had a taste of empowerment and being in control and being self-sufficient, and you like the taste of it. So now that you're there, it's like, no one's taking me off this pedestal. No one's taking me out of this energy. No one is doing that. So for me to have to chase you, I don't even know what that means anymore. I'm not doing it. For me to have to pour into you and I'm not getting back, I don't even know what that is anymore. I'm not doing it. I'm in this temperance energy. I'm pouring into myself. I don't want unhealthy attachments anymore. Shape up or shape out. That's what's going on here. It's up to you if you want to shape up. You better shape up. I'm hearing the Grease song, "Cause I need a man." That song is coming through. So that's what I'm hearing from you. It's like, I know what I want. I want someone to stand in this energy and reciprocate. If I'm in my masculine energy, I want someone to stand in the feminine energy. If I'm in the feminine energy, I want somebody to stand in the masculine energy. And I want to balance this out. And I want to have a beautiful connection where we can build and we can grow and we can have emotional fulfillment. If you're not bringing that to me, I am not chasing it. I'm not chasing that, because I'm now in a receiving energy. Because I know that I can give to me, and I don't have to chase anything beyond my reach, because I already have everything. It's all in me. I'm hearing God is a Woman by Ariana Grande. And I like this feeling of empowerment, and I don't want to step out of it. Because your energy towards this person is that they're coming with devil energy, that they're coming with codependency energy, and you remember how you felt in a situation with them where you felt codependent. And that's what we have the Four of Cups here. This person, even if they were to come in with an offer, there's this feeling you can come in with an offer, but I very highly doubt you're going to come in with an offer that's going to make me feel good enough to step towards it, because I don't think that you can do that, because you've proven already that you can. This is someone right here that knows their worth and is not coming off that pedestal for anyone. Very, very strong energy coming through. That's why you have the Strength card at the back of the deck. Very, very strong. And it's stubborn, but there's this feeling of, I have every right to be stubborn. I have given so many chances. I feel it so strong from you. Like, boom. This is how it is. I don't care. Like, I feel it's so strong that I'm even embodying it. Like, it's a very strong energy. I'm going to get into the shadow energies. But there's this feeling towards this situation where even if they were to step towards you, there's this feeling of, you couldn't give me what I wanted anyway, because you never did. And even if it is flipped and you're chasing me, the reason that it would be flipped is because I don't want anything to do with the situation. But I have to be honest, you did click on the video. We're going to pull the shadow energy and see what's behind it, because there is some sense of an energy towards this person that we're going to find out in a second. I want to know what it is. I know you feel like you deserve an apology. And good on you for knowing what you deserve. I'm hearing that I need an apology. That's what I want. I want an apology. We're going to get a little bit deep now. Let me just get these cards out and we'll get in. Pile number 3, please, for guides. The Lovers, okay. Spirit guides, tap me into the shadow side of pile number 1 towards this energy. What's going on unconsciously? What's going on subconsciously with pile number 1 towards the situation? Card's fallen. 2 seconds. Queen of Potions. That's Queen of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this person took your love for granted. I feel like you stepped towards them quite, here's my heart, here's my love. And I feel like this person didn't reciprocate it or didn't treat you in the way that they should. They didn't honor you. Yeah, no, they didn't honor you. There's a little bit of saltiness from you to them. I'm not going to lie. I'm not saying it isn't valid. I'm just calling out energies that I'm feeling. There is a saltiness coming through. Because that's the thing. When we heal, and I feel like you've healed to get to here, but when we heal and we start to know our worth, we feel that energy of pissed off. We're like, oh my God, I allowed them to treat me that way. They actually treated me that way. knowing I had pure intentions, they still treated me that way. Don't like that. And I feel like that's what's carrying you right now. I feel like that's your energy towards this person right now. You're looking at them like the devil. Ace of Presents, which is Ace of Pentacles. Pile 3, please, Spirit Guides. What is pile number 3's subconscious energy towards that person? Page of Potions. There we go. Page of Potions. Okay. On the back of the deck, you have Death. I keep hearing that snatchy song Love Line, you know. She's done waiting. I'm done waiting for you. You're over it. You've been releasing with this full moon up here as well. You have been releasing because we literally have the full moon here as well. With Sally and Jack. I'm sure that's the names. I always forget. But we have that there as well. Yeah, you have been. You've been, which card was where? Oh, yeah, this was here. Sorry. Okay. You never step towards this person with ill intentions at all as well. You step towards this person with a very beautiful heart. You weren't looking at them like, okay, I want to do you dirty. I want to control the situation. Let me fill up. No, you weren't doing that. You were stepping towards this person with pure intentions. And I think you've had to learn as well through this situation that not everybody has a pure heart like yours. And that's not to say that this person was, that's not to say that this person was a bad person. We'll get into their energy. It's just that there's a lot of people acting out of their wounds and they don't know how to control their wounds. And they don't always act the best. And they can hurt us. And if we don't have boundaries or we're not sure of our boundaries, they can then overstep to a point where we really get hurt. And I feel like that happened with you. Because you had an idea for the situation. You really wanted... And you're owning it as well. This isn't something you're shunning. There was a similar energy with Pile 1, but Pile 1 were kind of shunning their heart. Like, okay, I need to be independent and I need to be in this cold energy. You're not in this cold energy. You're in a very warm energy. You're very focused on me, myself, and I, but not in a sense where you're ignoring these emotions that you have. This spread is coming out. You're being very honest with yourself and you're saying, I literally wanted what was best for you and I wanted what was best for me. I really wanted a reciprocated connection. I didn't have ill intent towards you. I didn't feel that way. So why did you have it towards me? That irritates me because I had a very beautiful heart and you took advantage of it. That's how you're feeling towards this person. So it's like you're a lost cause. I'm hearing Billie Eilish's song Lost Cause. Because baby, you're a lost cause. And this ain't nothing what it once was. I know you think you're such an outlaw, but you've got no job. I don't remember the other words. But that's like an energy. It's like we literally could have had everything. And you just threw it. And there's this energy of like, I deserve an apology. I deserve compensation. Like that's something that's coming through. Like you've really been filling yourself back up as well. And there's a feeling that I want to dig into, and it's just that there's still a feeling of like, how could I even explain this feeling? Because you might be confused about it too. Why do I want to know about this connection still? What is it that's here? Because I feel like that's why you're here. Ace of Presents with Ace of Pentacles. Page of Potions with the Four of Cups. So that's the Page of Cups with the Four of Cups. I don't even think it's revenge that you want with this person. I keep hearing apology. I know what it is. Now that you've stepped back into your own emotions and you're accepting the grievance of this connection, and you're accepting that this situation is over, and you know you deserve an apology and whatnot, now that you stepped it back into your beautiful heart after maybe going cold and focusing on you so that you could tap into this strength energy, now that you're tapping back into your beautiful heart, now that your heart's alchemized and you're stepping back into your beautiful heart, there's this Libra energy of... how do I explain this? I want to put this to bed. I want to talk it through, or I want to put it to bed, or I want to just reach that point of forgiveness. Similar to pal number 1, like I want to reach that point of forgiveness. This feels like pal number 1, like a couple of months in the future. Like I want to reach that forgiveness. I want to forgive this person. I want to find closure on this situation. I want to understand this situation. I want to, like, there's this feeling about you, like you don't like to leave things on a bad note, because it's just your heart, and because you cared for this person, it's like, I don't want to walk through life hating you. I don't want to walk through life despising you. I don't want to walk through life disliking you. And me finding that forgiveness and me coming back to that, it's like helping you release and kind of finally see that sun after the dawn. The sun after the night. That's what I mean. The dawn after the night. That's what I mean. I got confused then. And that's how you're feeling towards this situation. If they were to offer love towards you, you wouldn't even want that, because you know that they can't give you what you want, and you know what you deserve. And you've tamed your shadow enough to know and teach your shadow and teach your inner child what you deserve. However, you still had love for this person. You still cared for this person. We're the Queen of Potions here. While you're pouring that love back into yourself, while you're healing, and you're filtering yourself back into your emotional body, with that alchemized, abundant energy that's now flowing, you're starting to feel those emotions of like, I don't want to walk through life hating you. I don't want to walk through life like, you know, I felt this way about you with the lovers. Like, I do still see you as a counterpart. I'm always going to look back to you as this counterpart. You taught me so much. This was a big lesson in my life. Whether it's you want to keep them in your life as a friend, whether you want to keep them in your life with minimal contact, or whether you still want to move on, but maybe you want to reach that level of forgiveness within yourself. Whichever the case, it's up to you what that is. You don't have to bring them back if you don't want to. You know your intuition. But it's like softening that energy and realizing that you did feel this way about them. You did view them as a counterpart. You do feel that soulful connection with them. And it sucks that it didn't go the way that you wanted. And it sucks that they chose to act out of a different energy. We'll get into what they were doing in a minute. But that doesn't mean that you didn't still share something, that you don't still hold like love for that person. Because it helped you become the person that you are today, whatever went down in this situation. What went down in this situation is like, you feel like you were taken for granted. You feel like your kindness was taken for weakness. You feel like every time you were there for them, you got a kick in the teeth. I gave to you, you gave nothing to me, sort of thing. Why is the Ace surprising to you with the Devil? Yeah, it's like I'm giving nothing, getting nothing back. You're telling me these things, you're not following through with them. You're toying with me. So with this Page of Potions, it's like, you can come back with an offer, but it's not going to be emotionally fulfilling for me. You're coming back with all of these things that I'm now giving to myself. And quite frankly, I do it better. But at the same time, there's that energy of, but I did still care for you though. Spirit's telling me to get straight into their energy so that we can get a rounded view of what is coming up in the surface from your side as well. Because with the Death card here, there's something you've completely transmuted. And there's something that you are releasing still with this full moon. The eclipse coming up this weekend may be triggering something for you as well. But it's not these heavy emotions like before. There's a sadness that, and I feel like you may have been drawn to pile number 1 because there's a sadness of like, I have to move on without you, and it could have been different. Let's take a look at your person's energy, and then we'll round the energy together and see the bigger picture of everything. Because I feel like understanding what they've done, I'll be able to understand. I feel like I want the Lovers to be seen, because I feel like it's serving as a catalyst for some reason. Spirit's like, show the Lovers, keep the Lovers up top so the whole image can be seen. Because there's something in that card that Spirit's saying is going to conclude. Okay, let's take a look at your person then. So I can see why you're feeling this way, why there's a sadness, what's going on. Pile number 3, please, Spirit Guide. Can you tap me into the collective of pile number 3's person? Can you tap me into pile number 3's person? Pile 3's person, please, Spirit Guides. How are they feeling towards pile 3 in this connection? 6 of Swords. How is pile 3's person feeling towards this connection? The Hierophant. The Hierophant, the Queen of Wands. They're looking at you like a saving grace. That's how they're looking at you, like a saving grace. Pile, very lustful towards you, very attracted towards you physically. Pile number 3, 2 of Swords. Back of the deck is the 5 of Cups. Disappointments. Okay, Spirit Guides, how does my pile number 3's person feel towards pile number 3 in this situation? Missed opportunity. Missed opportunity comes straight up, to be honest with you. What is the 6? What's going on here? 6 of Swords. This person, they're just not wanting to transmute and heal. It's very similar to pile number 1. They're not wanting to transmute and heal. And it's like they're watching you climb to clearer waters. They're watching you climb to a point where you're shining out like the Strength card. They're watching you step into your own. And it's like, I want to step into my own like them, but I don't know how to let go of the 6 of Swords. Like, they're traveling onwards, but the swords are still in the boat. I don't know how to let go of this pain. I don't know how to let go of these triggers. I don't know how to do that. And because of that, I'm anchoring myself into a paradigm and can't jump up from this paradigm because all of my wounds are there. They're not clued up on healing like you are. They're not clued up on shadow work like you are. And they're not as introspective as you are. There's a very pessimistic energy that your person is in and has been in for a little while. I do feel like they're going through some sort of depression. They're just feeling very low. They're feeling very stuck in their circumstances. I don't know whether they're in another relationship. I don't know whether they are just bound down by like obligations, work. They may have children, but there's this feeling of like, I'm stuck. I feel literally stuck somewhere, and I feel like it's my own doing, but I don't know how to transmute out of this energy. I really do not. So because of that, there is a little bit, and I'm going to be honest, pal, through the 3, there is a little bit of resentment at the same time as there being a saving grace towards you, because they're actually looking at you like the Hierophant. They're looking at you like you're a bit above them, that you're a bit knowledgeable than them. And there's almost this feeling of like, I thought when this connection towered and this connection, ended, I had the upper hand. Come to find out, this person's just tapped into this Strength energy. I'm here with this 5 of Cups. Quieting over spilt milk. I'm here in this 5 of Cups. I've got the 6 of Swords weighing my boat down, so I can't move forward because I'm anchored here. And my own acts of selfishness and my own act of fear and change, fear and healing, all of that, they are keeping me bound to a paradigm that I'm pretty much sick of. And I don't know what to do. And what they could do is maybe spend some time on their own, choose to heal some wounds, look within. They're not going to do that because what they're doing is looking for distractions. Whether that's you, whether that's somebody else, maybe they're in a relationship, maybe they're not. Maybe they're focusing on work. They're looking for distractions. And it's only making them feel worse. It's only weighing down the boat more. And they're looking at you with a Hierophant as a saving grace. That's how they're looking at you. Why have we got the Queen of Wands? So passionately drawn to you. They feel like you'd be able to ignite. Because they're looking at you like the Strength card. They're looking at you like you'd be able to ignite them. If this person was in my life, they could make the pain go away. If this person was in my life, I could just hop on their wave and life would be fun again. If this person was in my life, we could like transmute together. This person, I feel like you bring a lot of passion to your person, because I said you're a passionate person. So you bring a lot of passion to your person. You bring a lot of fire to your person. You bring a lot of color to this person. This person feels like everything's dark and dismal right now. they're looking at you like the sun. And they're in that energy now. And in ways, they're getting triggered by it. And in ways, they're feeling, it's almost like I know you're not brother and sister, but there's almost like this brotherly, sisterly energy of like competition coming through from them. There's like a competition energy coming through. I don't want you shining like that because I'm not, and that's not fair. If I'm down here and now, this isn't fair. This isn't fair. This is not fair. So they're getting triggered and they're feeling a bit spiteful that you like that, but then at the same time, duality, they're looking at you like a saving grace. Why is the Hierophant here? Yeah, that's why the Hierophant's there. They're looking at you like a saving grace. They're looking at you like the healer. This person's going to make it all magically go away. But there's this feeling like I can't run to this person because the Six of Swords are tying me in this paradigm. With the Two of Swords, I have no idea how to move towards them or step towards them. They're almost wishing you'll come to them. I feel like they may be trying to manifest you coming towards them. I can't get on your pedestal, so I want you to come off yours and come to me. And this person's looking at you like, stop shining. Get off your pedestal and come to me in the shallow waters. And you're saying, start shining and climb up to me on this pedestal into the deep waters. And you're not coming off your pedestal up there. And they're not coming out of the shallow waters down there. They're not going to create their own pedestal. They're just not going to do it. Which creates this friction. Let's take a look at the shadow attributes of them. That's why you have this Libra energy. You have tried to heal them before, or you just have a beautiful heart and you see them as a friend and you want to help them out, but you know to help them out, that would be interrupting their own karma and that would be taking you out of your energy. And that's why you're feeling that energy of like wanting to forgive and wanting that balance, because it's like you can feel in yourself that this person isn't balanced. And it's like you want to be there for them, but then you know they take advantage. Then you have to be cutthroat. But then it's almost bittersweet to be cutthroat. I feel like you were drawn to Pal 1. Or you may have watched Pal 1 months ago and then come back to this one. If not, you don't need to watch Pal 1. But Pal number 1 may be the past energy of where you're currently at. But you've already alchemized it before seeing the video. Pile 3. How does pile number 3's person show me the shadow sides of pile number 3's person? Their back's against the wall. Something's holding them hostage, but it's an illusion. I don't know if it's a person, a marriage, a relationship, a parent, a mindset, a job. Something is, it could even be their ego. Something is holding them hostage, which is stopping them from stepping towards you. They may even step towards you and try and apologize, but something's holding them hostage in which they can't, and they don't see how they could step towards you. It's their own fear necessarily that's holding them hostage, because there's nothing that can hold you back from anything other than your own fears and your own, any of that. But I don't even feel it. I don't even feel it's, there's something that they're almost pointing the finger at, that this is holding me hostage, but that's an illusion. Nothing's holding you hostage. Maybe you block them. Pile 3. This person wants to apologize, pile 3. Your person wants to apologize. Pile number 3, please, spirit guides. I think you'll hear from this person. I don't know when, because they need to understand that whatever's holding them hostage is an illusion. So I don't know when, but I think you'll hear from them. I don't think you're going to care for the offer, but you will hear from them. But I think it will come in when you settle this own energy within yourself of finding peace in the situation. It'll come in, they'll apologize at a point where you have, like, I don't even think you'll be thinking of them. I don't think you'll be thinking of them. This will be very much in the past when they do come in and apologize. Because I'm hearing Too Little Too Late by Jojo. Pile 3. Tap me into the shadow self of my Pile 3's person. The Pile 3's person, tap me into the shadow energy and the subconscious energies of how they feel towards Pile 3 in this connection. Oh. Look at that. Held hostage. Look at that. 10 of Swords. Something's sucking their energy dry right now. King of Swords. Something's sucking their energy dry. All of their mental energy is going towards it. This person's mentally exhausted. That's why they're feeling everything's grey right now. They're looking at you like the sun. They're mentally exhausted from something. The Hangman. Yeah, they're manifesting sharing from you. Look at that with the watch hanging from his foot. What's the song? Every 10 minutes checking my phone thinking it's going to be you. Who sang that? Touch and Go Tinashe. I'm hearing Touch and Go Tinashe. This person's got themselves in a situation. That's why you're thinking back to this person. This is why you're thinking back to this person. You know this person's got themselves in a situation. And you feel sad that they've got themselves in this situation. As well as knowing that there's nothing you can do about it. And you need to stay on your pedestal. But there's that Libra energy coming through. You may have a lot of Libra in your chart. But this is still sad for me though. I still wish I could help them though. I know they're stuck there. I know they're not happy, but I can't help them because it wouldn't be benefiting me or them. They need to get themselves out of that situation or they'll never learn. And I need to stay on my pedestal because they take advantage when I try to help them. That's why there's this energy of you thinking of them, because of your heart. Your heart's very beautiful. You naturally want to help them because you care about them. And when you care about someone, you're always going to care about them because that's your heart and you feel soul connections. You feel a connection deeply to its roots from beyond the physical in the other realms, in the higher realms. So because you can do that, you're able to pick up on their emotions psychically. So you can feel that they're sad. You can feel that they're depressed. You can feel they're going through something and naturally you want to help. But you know what that entails, so you're pulling your energy the other way. That's why you're thinking of them, because you still look at them like a counterpart, if not a lover, then a friend. Pile 3. Show me the shadow aspects of pile number 3's person towards pile 3. 5 of Pentacles, out in the cold. Out in the cold. They feel out in the cold. Look at that. They're watching you, by the way. And I don't mean that in a creepy way. Do you see the eye there? They're on your social media. They're doing that. They're thinking of you. But they're out in the cold. 3 of Wands. Yeah, look at that. 3 of Wands. They're wondering about you as well, what you're up to. What are they up to? Would they want me back? I feel like I need to apologize. I really shouldn't have done that. I've got my own karma. What's going on? They're feeling it. But mentally right now, they are exhausted. I don't know what is sucking them dry. I don't know whether it's a person, a job, a mindset, a eating habit. They may be consuming things that aren't good for them. I'm seeing somebody gaming a lot, like on the Xbox and stuff. There's something, they've got a lot of unhealthy habits right now because they're trying to keep their head afloat. They're stuck in something, pal 3. They feel chained to something. And it's mentally draining them. And with the blue colour on the nails, on the toenails, it's reminding me of the throat chakra, the colour of the throat chakra. I can't speak. I can't talk. I can't speak. I can't say what I want to say. Because of this, because of that. It's all an illusion, but they feel... I don't know if someone's got like control over them mentally, like maybe they're in a narcissistic connection. I don't like to say like, oh yeah, this person's in a karmic connection and they're thinking of you, because I just feel like that's played out a lot. But there is this energy of like, if it isn't a job, it could be a person where that person's quite controlling over them, and then they feel like they can't break free. It honestly does feel like that. I wouldn't say it otherwise, I wouldn't, but it does feel something like that. And they feel bound as well because of all these wounds with the Six of Swords. They're stuck somewhere on a paradigm that they cannot release themselves from, or they feel that they can't release themselves from. And with the King of Swords and the King of Swords down here, and then we have the Hierophant at the top, it's like you are that saving grace for them then. And they're trying to find, did you used to give them words of affirmation? Did you used to give them advice when they were in situations like this? Were you that friend for them that would like help them out of situations, give them advice, give them an ego boost, make them feel good? Because they're still looking to you like good. And even if they can't speak to you now, they're thinking of you. Remember when this person said this to me? Remember when this person said that to me? You really have served as a catalyst, as like a saving grace for them. 100%. Because they're looking at you like it. And because of that, then it's like, well, I can't step towards this person, but they could step towards me. So then that timer thing is hanging off the leg. Like, I'm waiting for a response. I'm waiting for somebody to talk to me. I'm waiting for this person, this Queen of Wands that you're being represented as, this fire energy, which you're coming in with a strength energy. That's how they're looking at you. They're waiting for you to step towards them. But again, they're not looking towards themselves to get them out of the situation. They're still looking at you. And you know that it would interrupt their karma if you were to kind of like swoop in. This is something they need to get themselves out of. And Two of Swords with the Five of Pentacles. How do I get in? This person's locked me out in the cold. This person doesn't want anything to do with me. Maybe they're blocked. How do I get into this situation? I don't know what to do. So all I can do right now with this Three of Wands is look out and kind of be a little bit, wishful. And maybe they're using your essence and your memory as like an escape route right now, or an escapism right now, because they're not happy with their own life. But what they are doing then is chasing highs, because you know that this connection wasn't the best that it could have been, otherwise you'd still be in it, or you would have had something that didn't result in this. But they're not looking at it like that. They're looking at it like escapism and like I wouldn't even say avoidful. It's like escapism, like this could set me free. It's like a fantasy sort of thing. They're looking at you like a fantasy, that's it. And the situation like a fantasy. We could escape together. We could run away together. Like, it's a feeling like that sort of thing. Yeah, that's what's going on here. This person's going round and round in circles. And that's why you're thinking to them, you're either your higher self is aware that they're in this energy, or you are already consciously aware that they're in this energy. So with the Lovers card here, it's like you still want to help because you're that type of friend, you're that type of partner, you're that type of person. When you have a connection with someone, that's what you do. But you know that with the Devil card, them stepping towards you in this energy is them creating a codependent energy of, I can't get out of it myself, I need somebody else. I can't bring myself to this strength energy on my own, I need somebody else. And you know that with this Devil energy. That's why you're almost like you're reluctant to this person coming in, because you're coming in hot and heavy, like, I don't want anything to do with this person. But then when you actually feel your emotions, it's like, actually I feel really sad that this person feels this way, and I need to resolute that energy within myself, sort of thing. Oh, my cat's here. Jasper's here. Hello, baby. Hello. He was sitting on the sofa the whole time. I wish I could show you him. But he's literally like legs forward like a human being, just laying there looking at me. Hello. I love you. Yeah. Let's pull more cards then, shall we? Let's take a look at what's going on here. This person's gonna pop back up at one point, but I feel like you not putting the energy within them. I feel like they're going to look at it then like a bit of a chase. Oh my god. The sunflower energy, and then the sun, and then the strength. Leo energy, sun. Sorry, that just came to my mind. Yeah, they're going to be looking at you like, oh, this is something I can chase again. and then you're running one way and they're running after you, sort of thing. So there's a reverse happening then, because I feel like you're learning as well to have a connection with somebody. It's not meant to be based off of how I can heal you, and you want someone that's already healed within themselves before stepping towards them. So with that being said, this person coming in with that same energy, then you're not interested, because you want somebody that's already reached that point within themselves, and you know they haven't. And as much as you have love for them, you know that you're not their healer. Will this person learn the lesson? Yeah, they will, but not anytime soon. They may go around the merry-go-round with a couple other connections before they learn to put that energy within themselves. Your person doesn't like to be on their own. This person does not like to be on their own. They're codependent is what they are. That's why the devil energy. You know it. I don't even need to say it. You know it, because you've got the devil energy towards them. They're codependent. And that's why sometimes you felt used in this situation, because it was like, you're using up my love, you're using up my attention, you're using up everything that I'm giving you. You're not giving it back, and now I feel used. You're taken from me. That's why you started pouring into yourself, because it's like, you're taken from me. Stop taking from me. I am not your healer. I am not your answer to your prayers. I'm not your saving grace. You are. You know what I mean? You are, not me. I think you know this person can't give you what you want right now. But there's a sadness that it had to go the way that it did. So funny. I was saying there's a lot of similarities between pile 3 and pile 1, like a lot. And the same card came out on top, Ascension. This came out for pile 1 as well. So this energy could have triggered you into an ascension, into a healing energy that then turned into an ascension of you realizing who you are, calling upon your higher self, allowing you to reach a certain level of enlightenment in which you can see beyond the wounds of this situation. One card, please, for good. Just one. One card, please, for guides. Oh, we had 2. I guess I'll just take the 2. Yeah, we have reunion of souls. There is a soulmate energy here, but it feels like, we have more than one soulmate. We do. And I feel like there's such a soulful energy at heart here. But I think that you both know, specifically you, that there was karma to be played out in this situation, and there was an energy you needed to learn. There was an energy that they needed to learn. And that's happened. And now you've elevated up here and this person's down here. And it doesn't mean that you're above or below. It just means that in that area of your life, you've up-leveled and stepped into yourself and grown. And this person hasn't chosen to do it yet. It doesn't mean that they won't. But that's what's happened. And it's like, that soul energy of like, you have that here with the reunion of souls. Like, there's that soul energy of, I recognize you on a heart level. I recognize your soul. There's past life energies here. I recognize you on a heart level. That's why you're thinking back to them too. Because now I've got to move on without you. And that it's just not how I really planned it to be. Because I still see you and still value you as a person, even beyond everything that's gone on. Because you have that very stable, beautiful heart that, it is shining here, and that person sees that too. But this person's like, you have that beautiful heart, you have that beautiful stable heart, let me hang on to it. And you know that that's not right. We also have healing energy. I feel like you have healing energy, and I feel like that's why this person was drawn to you. I feel like they did take advantage of you, and I don't feel like they meant to, but I think it was like, again, you're a saving grace for me. You're a saving grace for me. I want to be around you because you feel comforting to me, but you're more than that. We have past, present, and future here. Past, present, and future. You're literally ascending beyond this situation. Like I said at the beginning, you've grown out of the situation. The anchoring and the bounding and the binding that held you to this person is transmuted. That's where we have past, present, and future. You're moving towards your future. Okay, what are we doing now? Let's pull these cards next, which is basically just messages from your person here. Pile number 3, please. Pile 3, please, Spirit Guides. What does pile number 3's person feel towards pile number 3? What else can we pick up here? What are they feeling? I still see a future. I mean, obviously, this person is definitely going to come back around. They're going to try, they are going to try and step back into your life. I think they will. They think you could build still. But they think you could build with the same energy as before, and they're going to be met with a completely different version of you. And then they're still going to think, I see a future. And I feel like they're going to be chasing you until you lay down the line of, nah, I don't think I want this. Maybe you'll feel like you want to try and build something with them in a more healthy way. I feel like you're at a point where you wouldn't allow anything, you know, I feel like you're at a point where you wouldn't allow any BS. I feel like a lot of you wouldn't, but some of you might, but I feel like you may find quite quickly that it's not what you want, because I don't feel like this is like divine counterpart for life. It could be, but when they do step back to you, I do feel like they're gonna be fresh out of whatever it is that was wounding them. You're too good for me. Pile 3, what have we got? Pile number 3, what have we got? What does pile number 3's person want to say? I'll be back. I'll be back. Like, come on, that's literally what I was saying. I knew they were going to come back around, because it's this cycle. It's this roundabout energy. I'm so drawn to you. Pile 3. People in my year, they may drop some bombs when they come back of like, the reason I ran away or the reason I did this is because my parents wanted this, or my friend said this, or you know, there was a third party and they told me this. Like, I feel like, honestly, in my opinion, this is my opinion now, not Spirit, I'm saying this with my own ego and my own way of looking at things. I feel like it's a bit of a cop-out if they're to say, this person told me to do this person told me to do that, because they're still not taking accountability of their own actions. I see them coming in and pointing fingers at other things. Oh, I did this because of this, and I did this because of that. You know how to take accountability of your own energy, otherwise you wouldn't be stepping in with a strength energy. They're not, I feel like, it's like they're taking accountability to a point, but then pointing fingers like, oh, well, you triggered this in me, or this person told me this person told me that. And for me personally, as Lexi the Leo, I feel like it's a little bit of a cop-out. That's what I'd say to you if you were my fan. That's a bit of a cop-out. Like, that's how I would say it, but I feel like you know the situation more than I do. You'd be able to think. We just had 2 fall here together, which is nostalgia and I'm blocking you out. So we have those 2 fall together, and then the back of the deck we have fear of rejection. Okay, so with I still see a future, you're too good for me. This person's going to step back with that energy, or at least with the intention of, I want to build, I want to come back to this person, I want to come back to this person, seeing the Queen of Wands, seeing that sun energy, seeing that fire energy, haven't felt it in a while, haven't felt that warmth, this person makes me feel warm, I'm running towards it. And then with you're too good for me, I just feel like it may trigger insecurities within them, especially with you shining as this strength energy. There's almost this feeling of them knowing as well, stepping back to you. I know I shouldn't be stepping back towards them. I know that they shouldn't give me another chance, but I'm going to try it though. But I know that they shouldn't be, but I'm going to try it though. There is that feeling. I'm hopeful that they would still let me back in. I know I don't deserve it, but I'm hopeful. I'll be back and I'm so drawn to you. This person thinks back to you a lot. It's your warmth. It's that healing energy. Which is why there's that energy of I'll be back, and I feel like they're coming through to say that I'm going to come back around, because I do. I'm so drawn to you. That's why I'm stepping back around. People in my year, nostalgia, I'm blocking you out. people were in their ear telling them to block you out, but then nostalgia kept you fresh in their brain. Does that make sense? People around them could, I don't know what is it around them that's you would know this, I feel. There's something around them manipulating them to not act out of their own emotion and instead listen to somebody else around them. Because this person could happily be in the backseat their whole life and allow someone to drive the car. This person has no problem doing that. I almost feel like they look for people to answer their prayers and problems. So whoever it was, whatever happened with the breakdown last time, there was something or someone that caused them to block you out and influence their decision making to block you out. But even though whatever it was had you blocked out, it couldn't get within the brain. There was still that energetic nostalgia there that was still there. Whatever it was. There's fear of rejection coming back as well, that you're not gonna be interested in. I don't really feel like you are. Some of you guys may be interested in having them in your life as a friend or something like that. And I mean, you do what you feel is right for you. But boundary up. I don't feel like I need to say that though. I feel like you know that. This person doesn't mean to be a pain. They have a lot to learn in that sense. My cat's upside down staring at me. Yeah. Anything else, Spirit, before I end the reading? Oh, I'm hearing the one that got away. I looked at the Lovers cards and I feel like this is both of your energy towards each other. The One That Got Away by Katy Perry. In another life, I would be your girl. We'd keep all our promises. It'd be us against the world. In another life, I would make you stay. So I wouldn't have to say you were the one that got away. Yeah, it's that energy of the one that got away sort of situation for the both of you. I feel like it pains you sometimes more only because you're more conscious of it. You're more conscious of these emotions and these energies. So for you, it pains you more because you can see such a bigger picture. Whereas for them, it's just a sadness that they're feeling in that moment. They can't see the bigger picture yet. You're more clued on from a spiritual sense, from a higher consciousness sense, which is why the bittersweetness is a lot more bitter than it is sweet sometimes. But through that, you're able to find the sweetness. Whereas them, it's like, it's just the bitterness. Does that make sense? Like, there's no bigger picture yet. It's a case of not fair, I want to pull on it again. Not fair, I want to pull on it again. Whereas you're like, this is sad, but I've got to go. Like, do you know what I'm hearing? Got to go my own way. By, well, High School Musical. What about us? What about everything we've been through? What about trust? You know, I never wanted to hurt you. You know, they sing that little duet to each other, like, what about me? Like, it comes out like that in a high-pitched voice. Like, that's like literally what I'm hearing. I've got to leave, but I'll miss you. Oh my God, that's actually quite sweet. And I sense that's probably why you're still thinking of this connection sometimes. But I feel like you know that with past, present, future, you know you've got a beautiful future ahead of you. And that's the path you're going to walk on, I feel. Yeah. So path 3, that is what I have for you guys. I really hope this resonated. I hope I was able to bring you clarity. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching. And hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching.